So I'm going to say hello to the YouTube crowd out there because I know nobody's going to watch the stream over in this side. Yes, it's July. Yes, the pride flag is still up. I'm leaving it up because we missed last weekend. Life problems. We're also going to miss this Saturday. I apologize in advance for the late posting. But also, we're doing this last minute. So, hi, everybody.
Okay, wait, so we're missing this Saturday too?
Yeah, I got a
Mhm.
wedding to go to, unfortunately.
Oh,
Aw.
that's fine.
Also, congrats.
Yeah, a friend from high school is getting married, so I kind of have to be there. And it's a party boat with lots of the thing that I intake a lot that my screen name may indicate that I am most of the time that I'm doing this.
You're
I
Irish,
drink tons
so
of water, I promise. I actually legitimately do. Drink more water, people.
Oh, I know why your YouTube thinks it's session 11. I think one of them got broken up into two videos.
I don't think so. But we'll if it did, I'll fix it later. It doesn't matter. So hey, Pride Flag is still up. So enjoy that on my stream and on the YouTube because yay Pride.
I was like, I
okay.
don't see a pride flag anywhere.
I mean, I can send you I've got one on my balcony and one on my window right now, so I can send you one if you want.
I don't particularly.
Don't need a big
I
flag.
was just referring to the fact that I saw no pride flag on this airship that we are on in the tabletop simulator. And I was like, am I blind? Is it the colors of our names?
I mean, I could go through all that work, but no. No.
Okay. So, Viv, is that acceptable coloration?
Yes, I like these colors.
Okay, good.
Alright, I suppose I should get us started with recap.
Yes.
Last time we started was just after Dat had given Cirrus a cookie, but was still distrustful because we had just finished capturing the frat boys. And we make our way to heaven and head to the short docks where, before we even finish docking, a man walks up and demands 5 copper or we need to leave. And Darren is super skeptical, but eventually just gives the guy a silver piece so we can be docked for 2 days. The guy leaves. Minuet brings up a good idea to have someone stay behind and guard the ship, initially volunteering himself. Then he begins rattling off a list of things he wants, so Darren instead decides to stay behind while Minuet shops and goes out with Cirrus and Ixodras. And since he'll be guarding the ship, the Dragonkin leaves the contract for James David Hannell in the captain's care. But he does leave his familiar, the squirrel, with Minuet in case something happens. Haven is full of sailor bars, and it's easy to see where the tourist areas are. They likely make a killing from the tourists who come for the exotic atmosphere. There are tropical plants around the area, and the town is bustling with the noise of bar fights, birds, sailors, and tourists. First stop is an open bazaar nearby, though it is, of course, manned by suspect individuals. Notably, there are no guards that the crew can see, though it's entirely possible they aren't necessary in Haven. As they walk around making their purchases, Cirrus asks around if there's scrap they could buy in the form of old or broken crates and such. She wants
No, not buy. Not buy. It was donate. I was getting rid of it for him.
Cheers knows damn right.
obtain then.
Yes.
I have fixed it. She wants the wood specifically to repair the ship, which is made easier by several casters knowing mending on the crew. The Tiefling finds plenty of people who want to get rid of their old boxes because they need to get rid of them. Because, they fell off ships. Suffice to say, questions are not asked here. Are not asked here where things come from. All things are implied to have fallen off an airship. Minuet, meanwhile, is looking for things like coal, cobalt, and silver, so he might create colors for the lunar Nimbus. Many of the things Minuet is looking for are a lot higher in price than he anticipated, so the 82 gold that Darren gave to Minuet for shopping may not go as far as intended. But he does find some substitutes, such as nickel, and using Ixodras to prestidigitate some thread to make it blue. And he gets thread, cloth, coal, and wax to round out the materials necessary to make a ship flag. Thankfully, he possesses a handy haversack, or else he'd be unable to carry all the crap that he purchases, because it's a lot. He also tries to buy a ceremonial tea set, but he can't really find one in the bazaar. And Ix walks off to go find a scroll. While shopping is being done, and they head out of the chaotic open bazaar, those shopping notice a particular table. A single table that takes up far too much room. Glass bottles on one side, herbs in the center, and jewelry strewn out on it, labeled with prices. The hooded figure sitting there is clearly a black-scale dragonkin, and unlike other merchants, isn't shouting to hawk his wares. He's simply there. Darren's familiar attempts to drive Minuet towards the table, and eventually the group head over out of sheer curiosity. As they approach, only the dragonkin's nose moves slightly, but otherwise does not acknowledge them. Wow, I have otherwise twice. Live editing! Sears asks what's there, and receives a reply that it depends on what she's looking at. The bottles are draconic rum, the herbs are from Serenity Althris, claimed to be legit, made by the dragonkin, and the jewelry are personal crafts made by the merchant, minorly enchanted. When asking for elaboration on the last bit, Cirrus receives a response that amounts to, it won't do a lot, but it lets me sell them cheaper to make them with a little magic. Cirrus is suspicious, but can only tell the man is being awkward and vague about the enchantments. Ix chooses to detect magic, scrutinizing the jewelry to try and determine what kind of magic each bit has. Earrings are glowing of illusion, necklaces are a variety, one possessing evocation, a lot of rings with protection magic on. And everything on the table is 50 gold or less, which is surprisingly cheap for magic items of any kind. And then Minuet asks the million-dollar question, are any of these things cursed? And receives the kind of disturbing answer from the merchant that they would have to know them first, and at that point would just do it directly or kill them, since that's more fun. Suffice to say, Ixodras buys a necklace with onyx inset in it, and it apparently once, and only once, on command when the wearer is attacked, causes the attacker to strike themselves instead, sort of. Apparently most of the jewelry are one-use things, but at least they stay pretty afterward. Cirrus tries to also offer to de-blind the merchant at some point, but the merchant waves it off and says, having eyes is required for de-blinding. Minuet pays 5 gold for an iron ring that on command breaks, and allows one's hand to stick to a surface until the command word is spoken again. So, Minuet can literally have sticky fingers.
Yeah.
And then the merchant pulls out a bracelet that sort of works like a wand storing item, but only for small things held in 2 fingers. And it doesn't come with tools, and he has one with his own tools, but it does intrigue Minuet, who decides to purchase it. And then the merchant pushes spices and draconic rum, and I need to pick this up, otherwise I'm going to take forever.
Summarizing.
We
Yes.
bought a lot of stuff from the dragon.
Yes, you guys bought a lot of stuff from the dragon, and it's unfortunate that Darren wasn't there. He would have been very interested in a lot of it. But in addition to everything else, aside from the rum being filled with ancient draconic secrets, the group is also given a bag of seeds that look like pumpkin seeds. And there's a lot of well, not a lot of them, there's a few of them.
Probably there were 4 of them, in fact.
Either 4 or 5.
4.
Or was it? Okay, 4. Okay.
After him, you guys go shop in the touristy area, get the tea set. Gosh, I went into a lot of detail here. Also, like, it costs a gold piece per serving for a tea set, where normal tea costs 4 copper pieces, so you guys got gouged.
Well, ceremonial tea is like 5 silver. So.
That's still
Yeah.
gouging.
Yeah,
Insane.
they super gouged you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we went to a magic shop.
Yeah. And Servette tried to make wild magic happen and it didn't work. Because apparently my squirrel is a gremlin.
I
Oh,
mean,
that's what was happening there.
squirrels are definitely gremlins and always have been.
Yeah, squirrels are gremlins.
Let's face it, gremlins came from somewhere, and it definitely happened because squirrels existed.
Okay, being a VTuber and being a demon, I am an expert on both gremlins and I am aware of squirrel VTubers. Squirrel VTubers are gremlins. Just take a look at Risu.
Nice.
Rude, but funny, but
but
also
when-
probably true.
When you all get back, you all kind of talked about the contract on James David Hannell because you hadn't encountered him or anything about it. But the first thing Cirrus does is spend about 2 hours using mending on the ship and is like drained from it. But the ship is mended.
It's partially.
I wouldn't quite say drained so much as bored out of her skull.
All right, I need to pull up my PDF.
With his companions back, Darren finally gets up to check on the prisoners and finds them tangled in the chicken wire. He didn't feel like helping them, so he just left to greet the crew properly. Dat, meanwhile, doesn't know what to make and flops before Minuet just as the foxfolk tries to give him the spices and cocoa. Which incites the little dragon to exclaim they shall make the biggest vat of pudding anyone has seen on this earth. Minuet also requests Dat's help for a tea ceremony, which Dad decides to help and make rum cookies, but squints when the fox mentions the tea is probably awful.
Also, while they were in the magic shop, Ix bought a scroll of color spray to try and learn the spell.
Ah, yes. You did
Dad
find
took
your-
one of the seeds, got super drunk, made chicken super fat and rolly.
Yes, also, the seeds are kind of special. They're comparable to dragon fruit seeds, apparently, but they're used to make alcohol kick harder. And the tree was long thought extinct where they came from. But
Dad implied they aren't.
Dat implied they aren't. The merchant implied they aren't. Dat wanted all of them. Darren was like, no, we need to find a way to plant these. Because he didn't look at the seeds. They have been prepared. There will be no planting these things. This is just sad.
I mean, why would the merchant give up his secrets?
I mean, he. Okay, well, we can totally still sell them to, like, Graydon and Sean, but the intent was give seed to Druid because plants and bringing it back.
For all I know, the druids might have an unprepared seed spell.
You never know.
I mean, it could be. It's within the druid's wheelhouse, I think.
I mean, I believe the going price that we got told was like we could sell them easily for 500 pop.
Woo.
Blah blah blah.
Yes.
Minuet, Nick's address, choose to stay on the ship. Dat is drunk, and it was amusing.
He ate a seagull.
Yes, he did. The drunk little dragon is laying there with a handful of feathers looking sad, saying he made a friendo, but he hated them. Because it bited me, he said.
He very
But-
well may have eaten a seagull. Whether or not he actually ate it is questionable. But you guys think he ate one. And then he proceeded to eat way too much and then have a dream about eating way too much. You haven't seen him in a day afterwards.
Because Cirrus gave him Dream Feast. Speaking of, Cirrus and Darren headed out, while everybody else was staying on the ship, to go search for Hanel.
We met him, and he wanted his hacky sack back, but his hacky sack is below the mists.
Yes, we also met his friend, which, we got told to slap his friend. Also, Hanel is, kind of...
Senile.
Senile. Maybe has dementia.
Also had
as-
muffins.
Yes.
Which weren't poisoned.
No, they're not poisoned. But the house, specifically below the mist where he lost his ball, because he called it a ball, is located north by 20 knots from Biocalized, and then we have to descend in order to get there. Big house on a hill surrounded by dead stuff. Good luck charm is inside. Charm was thrown through a window to make the bag go away, but that didn't work. And we get 5,000 gold for doing this favor for him, which is hard to turn down.
Sus as fuck, but hard to turn down.
Yeah, but Darren made him sign a contract.
Yeah, and I'm aware, and I cast fairness while he was signing that contract.
We went back to Jimmy, and Cirrus tried to slap Jimmy
And failed.
and failed. And then Darren handed this 50-odd-year-old man muffins. The guy was like, "Ooh, muffins!" And then Darren cuffed him upside the head real hard, and then took the muffins back.
Also,
Okay.
at some point, they found out about a promising bounty on someone that none of us really had any objection of going after.
Crowdsourced potential Sky Patrol guy.
Kelvin Dean, a pirate hunter, part of Maritime Sky Patrol, vigilante type, dives into the archipelago to hunt pirates, which is not okay. Not doing this under orders, is a vigilante from a group of militarized vigilantes.
He's a double vigilante.
Dun dun dun. Haven is usually a safe place for pirates where Sky Patrol are massacred if they come within the archipelago. So this is kind of discomforting for the people of Haven. No wonder he has a bounty. But Darren posits that Kelvin is likely between Haven and Clearport to strike a balance between safety and hunting their chosen prey. And since such a location is on our route through the skies, we may encounter them. We may not. Minuet went out and purchased tools that aren't Wally brand, so they won't break or explode. Lockpicks. But once the last minute shopping is complete, we shove off from Haven to resume our journey.
So,
And
DMs.
I think that he's
getting a
AFK
call,
briefly.
so
Oh,
we
okay.
have role play.
Okay, so I guess we probably have a little bit of free role-playing moment here.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, so I came up with a little bit of a plan for how we can find out if we're going to be able to take this Sky Patrol merc.
And
I mean,
that is...
I just so happen to be a bounty hunter, right?
Mm-hmm.
One who's starting off fairly promising, but not big leagues yet. Might be nice to find out how the pros do it.
Hmm.
Oh, so you're going to do that thing where you pretend to shadow him for however long, and then we jump in and beat the ever-living tar out of his face.
I was thinking more find out what his operation looks like so I know what spells to prepare.
So Darren just clasps his hands together and slowly points them towards Cirrus in this look that's like, honey, you do realize that the Sky Patrol don't listen to reason, right? You could have a completely legitimate business and be lacking one thing, and they will latch onto it, call you pirate, and then attack you. And if you somehow win through self defense, they will still call you a pirate.
I mean, true, but I mean, recon is usually useful.
I'm just saying that diplomacy is a debatable possibility with anyone who works for Sky Patrol.
With Sky Patrol, you need to participate in big stick diplomacy in that you need to make sure you're better gunned than they are if you're going to talk to them, because that way they'll fucking mind their goddamn manners.
Darren holds up his hammer and then uses it to point at Ix's Morning Star Earthbreaker. We have big sticks. We can do that.
I mean,
I'm not-
fair.
I'm not sure if that's what that means, but okay.
No,
It's-
this is what that is what big stick diplomacy does mean. Walk softly and carry a big stick means don't necessarily start trouble. But if trouble starts, be sure you're ready to end the trouble.
Beat it to
Yeah.
death.
Okay. So,
It's a good question. Have you guys decided if you're going to try and bait this guy out or not?
I
Oh.
think it depends on if we encounter them or not.
I propose we have some tea while we discuss our potential ideas.
At the
Well-
very least, I want to wait until tomorrow to go after this guy so I can not have my daily bread and butter spells prepared.
Ah,
That's fine.
I mean,
And
we
we
aren't,
do
we
have-
aren't, we aren't
I want to
leaving
finish.
until the morning.
I do want to finish learning my new spell as well.
Well, we have a day left at dock, and then we'll leave. So we can just take our time.
Dad still hasn't made an appearance.
Probably food coma out of existence.
Yeah. So
Although-
it'll probably be tomorrow before I can actually get him to help me with the tea ceremony.
Although last session, we kind of stopped as we were shoving off from Haven because I think we fast tracked the second day.
We might have. You guys, if I recall correctly, you guys will have to pay for another day at dock if you decide to stay at dock. Otherwise, you could always just pull out and float in the middle of the sky.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen because that'll be fairly easy. Also, if anyone tries to come after us, we have big sticks.
Yep. So
And
who
just to
wants-
be
go ahead.
okay, and just to be clear, Snap, Crackle, and Pop are still locked away safely in the cage, right?
They are.
Yeah, they're college students. You can't expect them to be smart. They got.
I'm
fucked and
not.
now
I'm
they're in
just-
trouble.
I just wanted
They got-
an excuse to call them another trio name.
I mean, we'll take it.
But yeah, they got worse stuck. So yeah.
Larry
But,
Curl, you know.
Okay, so I think that it might be reasonable to make sure that our little side boat here is in good condition and repaired too, possibly while we're spending the day.
We still have Sprout. It's fine.
Because if it was to like fall apart while we are towing it, that would suck. So
It is fine. It is not extra damaged. I'm pretty sure it either did not receive damage when it rammed us, or it received little enough that it does not matter.
It
Well,
did receive damage. It always takes half damage when you ram somebody unless you have the special.
yeah, so it took 15.
Yeah. It'll be fine.
Okay.
Worst case scenario, somebody can mending it. We can sacrifice a chair.
But,
So
yeah,
to be clear,
so-
you guys are going to pull out of port and
Yeah.
just kind of hang in the sky. Can somebody roll a piloting to get yourself safely away from port for me, please?
Bleh.
Oh, is the captain doing it?
Yes, because I specifically have piloting. So I have lower DCs.
Yay! Somebody's actually using that.
19.
You're more than good. For pulling out of port, you pull out cleanly. You're going to go ahead and probably get about 2 hours away from port before you stop. You're going to be... I'm just going to move the ship out of the way. You notice how there's there's a little island here? You're going to be basically floating right about... probably about here, honestly.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Seems reasonable.
So you're still close to the small island for now. Now, is there anything that you guys want to specifically do with this day?
Minuet's gonna, try to get, some assistance from Dat.
You open the cupboard to find Dat is bloated, snoring, and his
Oh, no.
eyes are... You know that, like, slightly open eyes of somebody that's, like, kind of asleep, but not really?
Oh, the glazed over look.
Yes.
Oh no. Oh no. So, hey Dat. Dat.
He burps, and his eyes slowly move over to you.
Tea ceremony.
Can I like roll perception or something to see if I hear that groan?
Yes.
$12.
Rip.
I think you're off in your own real world right now.
I'm in my office trying to figure out navigation things because that's
Okay,
what I'm
so-
going to be doing.
Are we rolling perception to try and figure out what Dad's saying?
No, they were trying to roll
No, just-
perception to hear Dat groan.
Well, if I did, I would have had a snappy come back.
I didn't hear it.
Oh.
Yeah, unfortunately, Dat looks like he has had way too much to eat in the last day. Because he has. Because first he got drunk, then he overate, then he had a dream about overeating that affected the fact that he overate.
Food
And yet
coma.
somehow I suspect this is still a very happy noodle.
Oh, he definitely has that stupid wide open grin. Like, his mouth is open, his tongue's hanging out, and he looks kind of dead, but he's still smiling.
Of course.
You might want to give him a day.
Yep. Yep.
He kind of looks like
Okay.
if you were to pick him up and drop him from the ground, he'd make that thud noise. That dry thud noise.
Oh, the little science experiment thing where there's the different balls with different density, and it's the heaviest, most dense one.
Yep.
Yep.
He is magically currently overfed.
Okay, so Minuet just closes the cabinet back. And then goes to work on his flag.
Your work on in your flag, go ahead and roll your thing for the day. What are other people doing?
Okay.
Suffering.
An engineer and a...
I do
Weaver,
believe you have your
technically.
thread made. I think at this point it's just you crafting the
Okay,
flag
just the
itself.
weaver. Okay, so that would be a...
Weaver.
Damn, that's only a 15.
I mean, 15 is still a success. You're partway through unflag.
Awesome.
Viv, you are suffering. What way have you chosen to suffer today?
Why am I suffering?
You said that I asked what you were going to do with yourself today, and you said suffering. So how are you suffering yourself?
Oh, I'm finishing up the learning color spray.
Okay. Hey, Cirrus.
I am in the process of not quite lying to everyone I meet.
So he's walking into the ship. He's walking around the ship, and he goes into your room, and he goes, "I'm not interrupting," and then shuts the door.
Basically, what I'm doing is I'm training bluff.
I'm training navigation.
Good to know. So you all can give yourselves the 1-day equivalent of a tick towards that. And we'll move on to the next day. Unfortunately, dinner is not served today.
What is a 1-day equivalent of a tick?
tick.
I put things in for skill things. I haven't done anything for talents yet or traits. So that's something I'll have to make up later and actually figure out how to balance.
Bluff is a skill.
I have asked Era specifically about if there's any kind of trait that's like +2 to not technically lying, but -2 to actually lying. Mostly because I think it would be a very nice thing to do for role-playing purposes. Makes me think about what bullshit I'm trying to peddle more.
He's going to specialize his bluff specifically. So
Wow.
I'm going to put him through training rules. I just have to make those up because there isn't a trait like that, and I don't know how to make people learn that kind of skill.
There is a pre-existent system for like achievement titles that grant boons. Like, I remember specifically reading about one where you have to have killed 100 gnolls, and then you get a title that gives you +2 on rolls against gnolls.
That's Paizo specific. That's a Paizo play specific rule set. Which you can bring your character to multiple tables. That's why I'm not going to rely on that, because having him lie to 100 people would probably take a goddamn long time.
I don't know.
I mean, instead, what I'm thinking is more or less I'm going to do it halfway with the training and halfway of the actual practice, where he has to succeed on a technical truth bluff test or check like X amount of times, plus the fact he has to practice doing it with y'all, or find somebody to teach him how to do it correctly. Because I always allow you guys to hire somebody to train you to do shit.
Now the question is, how does one go around trying to find a skilled liar?
I mean, we were at the place.
I'm aware we're at the place where that would be potentially possible. But I'm just saying, you go up to someone, "Hey, can you teach me to lie?" "Yes, I'm a pretty good liar." "I don't believe you."
You see, knowledge local and sense motive would be heavily usable here. First, you'd have to like roll a knowledge local and or diplomacy to find a person that might. Then you have to ask them. Then you would have to roll a sense motive to understand whether or not they're actually telling you the truth or not right now.
Lying. That's the word.
Because if he ain't good enough to catch a liar, you can't learn how to lie.
Or you could. It's just you could totally be fooled and just end up taking penalties accidentally because you believe that they're a good liar, which would be unfortunate.
It could go backwards. That's the fun part of all this. But either rate, ladies and gentlemen, you guys wake up in the morning. Yeah, let's go ahead and roll constitution checks. I want to see who wakes up first. Lowest number wins in this case and wakes up earliest.
Okay. Fort, you mean? Yeah.
Nope, Constitution.
Or just con? Okay.
Just con.
I'm pretty sure that's just +1 for me.
Okay, so that is going to be a 16. So Minuet's sleeping pretty hard.
8.
See an 8. We need Ixodress and we need Darren.
13.
Ix.
Yes, what am I doing?
Con check.
Con check.
D20 plus your Constitution modifier, please.
Ix is fucking asleep.
21?
It is Cirrus that wakes up first. Hey Cirrus, when you walk out into the galley this particular morning, you do happen to find that a certain noodle has finally dragged himself out of his cupboard. He is currently staring at a muffin, a blueberry muffin, with a cup of coffee out. He still looks heavily bloated. He has that look in his face like he wants to eat it, but has yet managed to do so.
He's just trying to convince himself to eat the muffin, mostly because he's so full he doesn't feel like eating the muffin, but he really wants to eat the muffin.
Yes.
Of course.
100% in the nose. So of course when you walk in the room, he grabs it and stares at you like you're going to steal it. And then opens his mouth but doesn't do anything because he has yet to convince himself.
I'm not after your muffin, Dad.
Good. Let's go. The muffin continues to stare at it. It will go in my stomach.
That is what muffins tend to do around here.
This happens with every player that wakes up in order. Ixodras is going to be the last one up, unfortunately.
How did I roll the lowest on con?
You rolled the highest.
Highest.
Lowest
Okay,
number
so
wakes
it's-
up first.
Ah, okay.
You all assemble on deck. I believe you're gonna bother. As soon as my brain decides to turn back on, reboot, blue screen, minuet.
Uh-huh.
So yes, you're gonna wake up. He has a half a cup of coffee and he's staring at a muffin.
Uh-huh.
Not gonna bother him.
Minuet. Actually, Minuet is going to bother him.
Of course, he takes the muffin protectively and pulls it closer with his mouth open like he's going to eat it, but doesn't yet.
I don't want a muffin. But tea ceremony.
That was that today.
I mean, it'd be nice to do the thing,
All right,
and I mean,
as soon as this muffin ends up inside me, I'll make the cookies.
we could have muffins with the tea ceremony.
No, muffin. And then he opens his mouth and tries to make himself push in his mouth. And he goes, "This isn't working." No, it must
Are
be
you
rum
okay?
cookies. Rum cookies are demanded.
But are you okay?
Groans. Yes. It's been a couple 100 years since I've been drunk.
Well, congratulations. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to working on flag thing. Let me know when stuff's ready.
I will. It'll probably be at night. What guard are we doing this to?
Sansune.
Alright, the mean one. Okay. We can do that. I'm gonna hide in my cupboard.
Oh,
No,
but
I want
I-
tea and rum cookies.
Yeah, I bought enough tea for everybody.
I don't need to be drunk again. I ate too much. I didn't eat too much. It's a lie. I can fit in amounts of food. Tries to make himself eat muffin again, fails. I'll let you know when cookies are ready.
Okay. And Minuet descends to the workshop.
Now, important question: which flag are you producing first?
I am producing the non-pirate version first.
Good to know. I need somebody to make their piloting check. Whoever is taking the helm today.
Uh, 14.
You are going to stray no, wait. You got piloting as a skill, correct? Not.
Correct.
And you're fine.
Yeah. Ix
Oh,
has
it's-
piloting instead of sailor.
So DC 10 in clear skies. Shit.
Yes. Which reminds me, you guys are an island, so you're gonna be there. I'm an idiot. That's fine.
I wish I got more skill points per level. I don't have enough skill points per level.
I mean, there's always training options. That's why
I
do that.
know.
I mean,
But a DC 10 in clear skies for you specifically to fly your ship is actually fairly easy to make.
Correct. So I assume I have color spray now.
Yes.
That was
You
the
will.
day before. I forget. Is that first level? Or is
Yes. Because otherwise it would have taken you additional day.
that okay. Colors.
Minuet, go ahead, Extras.
I spelled it wrong. I went color prey, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's not right.
I mean, no.
No,
No.
you're not a cleric.
No.
But Minuet, around the evening hour, a non-flying noodle comes to your door. Can't reach the door handle and kind of just thuds his head against it instead until you answer. You know the...
Oh, well, yeah, Minuet will slowly put down the needle and thread and such. Yeah. Open the door.
The moment you open your door, he points up at it and he goes, "Cookies are ready for consumption. Plus dinner. Dinner first, and then, once the sun sets, we'll go ahead and serve the tea, which is your job because this is your project. But I made cookies, and I made pudding, and they have rum in them, and I made rice candies. I beat the rice into candies. We're out of sugar, by the way.
Where did you get rice?
Ancient
what?
Dragonic
Never mind.
Secrets, and then tries to fly away and then thumps on the ground.
Okay.
Asking where rice comes from? That's racist.
Ow!
are you sure you aren't the bard?
Ow!
Oof.
I'm going to bed, guys.
I found the bad guy. So you need to roll a new character. You need to give me your character sheet because I just found a villain. And I thought my dad jokes were bad. Holy crap, that hurt.
Why are we here? Just to suffer.
Yes.
Also, hi, Dasko.
Hi, person I don't know.
Doskitos is a good friend.
Gotcha.
Hello.
He's a nerd!
Well, yes, he's also a nerd.
I mean, Viv.
What?
Hot
Are you?
kettle.
Is the pot calling the kettle black?
I'm calling it fucking charcoal colored, motherfucker.
Bitch, that's still black.
I'm aware!
Darren is going to, whenever he wakes up, walk into the kitchen, call Dat a sausage, and then return to studying navigation.
The moment you call him a sausage is the moment that a muffin enters his mouth.
Good, my work is done. I didn't need to shove it down his throat.
I have a question. This is not. This is only tangentially related to stuff. What is everyone's weapon they use?
I currently have a Lucerne hammer, but there's implications that could change.
Rapier, daggers, brass knives, kunai, and a bite.
Okay.
I have essentially the big daddy of the morning star, the setting sun.
Okay. Good. So whenever I'm technically not lying, I get to say that only one of my crew is any good with a blade.
Yes.
I was about to say Noodle technically has Noodle as a weapon, but he's
Actually, no. I will even go so far as to just bolster this two if you count our chef.
I'll say this: if someone tries to use the noodle as a weapon, he might lose his muffins.
Oh no! Whatever will we do?
you'll deal with a very upset Noodle. Do you want your chef to be upset? I don't think you want your ship chef to be upset.
Probably
I
not, to
mean-
be fair.
But look, I just want to say that I need to come up with as many technical truths about you guys as possible. Like in the conceptual, potentially seeing how this guy does it type scenario, if he asked if I was after him for a bounty, I would have responded with, please, I don't know how much they would have to pay me to go after you. Because we're crowdfunding it.
Exactly. And you can also say only one of us has any actual navigational skills, because I'm the only one with profession navigation.
Yay,
No,
a
I've
party
got-
that's actually using my specialties.
Okay, that may be a lie, though. I think Minuet may know navigation, maybe.
Yeah,
No, you see-
I've got.
Here's an important thing with telling the technical truth. You can still actually be wrong, just as long as you're not intentionally wrong.
I think every
Exactly.
single one of my characters needs this trait, just saying. But hey Minuet, if you want to set up your tea party while I BRB really quickly, the noodle
Okay.
will go ahead and handle all the food and stuff, but the setting up of the tea and how you want to make your how you want to atmosphere things is up to you.
Mhm.
Make sure to type out any important notes to me because I am going to BRB because I need more water. And
Mm,
this is actual water this time.
okay. So, yeah, tea ceremony thing after dinner. Um, yeah, well, as far as like, he doesn't really have much in way of like the ornamentation that would usually go with it. So it's mostly just the procedural, uh, preparing the tea and pouring the tea and all that is what's gonna happen. Um, and yeah, around the table that everyone is going to be partaking of this at. Um, there's a extra spot um with an extra cup of tea. And yeah, then once most of the procedure of pouring tea is done, Minuet will pull out his bawu and begin playing um a song to kind of um aid with the atmosphere. And yeah, I'll probably be doing hmm, a perform roll once Eric gets back.
Probably.
Yep. But yeah, so is everyone actually joining for the tea ceremony and such?
Sure.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roar.
Also, if anyone uh starts to like try to drink the tea too early, Minuet will admonish them about not everyone being here yet, and then begin playing.
I feel like Darren's been through this before, so he's just going to sit quietly.
That's fair.
And then during the wait, he gets mildly bored and then lays back and starts to stretch, taking up as much space as he can. And then he sits back up again and is polite.
Should I have turned on BRB music?
I don't know.
Sorry, it's
Uh,
really warm out and it took a while for my water to turn cold.
oh,
Fair enough.
but yeah. So Minuet um does the procedure of pouring tea and such, and there's the one spot with an extra set,
Yep.
and
That will definitely actually come out with a fairly surprisingly well-made platter that includes. It looks like botan, if you guys know what that is. Japanese rice candies. They're very sweet,
oh
usually for fruit flavored, squishy. They come from literally beating rice into a pulp and then adding sugar and sweets, another flavoring.
yes,
He will come out with rum cookies, and it looks like the rum cookies are slid into a small cup, which, by the way, you guys also don't recognize where the cups came from. They seem to be wooden and well carved. Looks like rum cookies and some sort of chocolate pudding.
Wow.
Interesting.
And then he will take a seat. And then he'll be like, see, I know how to do a tea ceremony.
Good.
Gotta have the proper condiments and the proper cookies. Good, the tea is poured.
And
How-
then Minuet will pull out his bawu. And begin to play a tune.
Alright, I need
But
to
the
know
im-
your intent behind the tune.
An invitation.
Roll a perform check, please.
Oof. I'm gonna use my reroll. Oh, well. Okay. So that is a 30 total.
Holy crap. Okay, give me a moment. I need to look something up here.
But yep, rip my reroll for the session. Oh, oh.
I mean, a 30 is still pretty good. You're not an epic level, however.
Yeah, yeah, because all I've got 10 ranks total. So, yep. So,
However, the party is going to find this performance actually absolutely amazing, despite the fact that the bawu has the classical sign or sound of a bawu, which for people who aren't aware what that is, it is technically a Chinese, I believe it's Chinese, I'm not sure if it's 100% Chinese or not, Chinese wood instrument that is akin to a wooden flute, has a very
But
distinct
it's
sound
reeded.
though.
yeah, it is. That reed makes a significant difference.
I believe it's B-A-W-A-U. Bawu?
B-A-W-U.
Yes. His has the added benefit, however, of having an additional reed in it that gives it a kazoo-like buzz to it when he plays it the way that he learned from the statue. Believe it or not, he rolled a 30, which is an excellent performance. You guys treat it as being for hire. So it is actually rather pleasant and relaxing.
We-
You guys will have tea.
But no actual gods have been summoned.
Nope. I suppose not.
Unfortunately, no. There was
Well,
a
I
DC
guess
for
it-
something to happen, but you guys wouldn't have liked it anyways.
But yeah, with after it's apparent that it's not making anything interesting happen, Minuet will just kind of taper off his performance and continue with the rest of the tea ceremony and discuss mischief and the whole potential of baiting out this Sky Patrol guy, and how we could, in theory, use the spare ship we have as bait.
Sounds like a good plan. I'm thinking of making sure that I don't have anything like read weather planned the day we go into that, because somehow I'm thinking rough patches of turbulence might be not our number one priority list.
No. So we have our Three Stooges pirate flag.
Are you
we-
sure that's wise?
We
It's
could
not
set,
wise.
We could set up the spare ship with the pirate flag empty.
But we're trying to return the ship.
If it descends into the mist, it's not a catastrophe, because they were going to lose that ship anyways.
Okay. Just don't scuttle it on purpose. That's all I ask.
No,
And I mean, thinking about it, let's be honest here. You ain't collecting bounties on pirates if you just sink their ship. Gotta have some proof that you did it. Which generally tends to come in the form of either a live or dead pirate.
Except Sky Patrol don't give two shits about bounties.
Fair, I'm thinking from a bounty hunter and not a sky patrol.
Hey, Cirrus,
Yeah?
do you have knowledge local?
No.
Do you have a... What knowledge skills do you have?
Do they have to be ones I have ranks in?
Yes. In this
Then
case?
none.
Okay. Hey, Ixodras,
Yes.
what knowledge skills do you have?
Arcana.
Alright.
it's a Minuet has local, and that's it, I suppose. Then
Minuet, you roll local. Hey, Cirrus, you roll a knowledge wisdom for me.
Knowledge wisdom.
Just a flat wisdom.
just a wisdom check. Well, okay, so that is a 24 knowledge local.
Okay.
That is a 24 wisdom check.
Damn.
I have gone cosmic brain.
Wow.
It's a nat 20, so I'm gonna give it to you anyways. So you both gonna have this momentary realization that the best way to pull out somebody who's after quote-unquote crime doers is to possibly farce a crime.
I mean, that's kind of what we were planning on doing.
Yeah.
We were having a pirate
okay.
ship attack us.
Yeah, have them just moored up next to us like they're looting us, except have that empty.
With an emergency signal of some form?
Yeah, maybe prestidigitate cloud of smoke coming up from our engine or something.
And let's see, do I have?
I would assume an illusion of smoke, not even real smoke, just illusory smoke, would be within prestidigitation's wheelhouse.
Minor tricks, so unfortunately it'll be tiny.
Yeah. Okay. So as far as signal, I have a signal horn. I could put out a distress signal.
What other plans do people have to add to this? Give me something elaborate. Come on.
Sorry, I'm thinking.
Express.
So we're trying to fake a crime, right?
Yep.
Trying to fake the idea of us being
Boarded?
currently attacked by pirates.
The smoke is a decent idea, but we don't have any way to properly do that.
So, Darren has the crazy thought. Well, we have heating and cooling units, right?
Yes.
I have coal.
Oh, well, that's easier than what I was going to suggest. I was going to suggest we use some of our water, create steam, and capture it in a jar, and then let it free like a big cloud up on deck.
Have to be a big ass jar.
No, we would just have like 20 or so jars and open them all at once. It's not hard. You can rig a string to it.
Hey, Seraph, don't you have one of those cleric-y incense burner things?
I have a thing for sprinkling holy water, and I lift up my weapon.
Oh,
It's a third.
well,
Yeah, you see, incense is nice when you're trying to appeal to a god. They like those ritual things, as you well know.
Uh-huh.
Great performance, by the way.
thanks.
I don't have reason to burn incense.
Fair.
Well, I do have 10 torches.
Eh.
We could just
Do-
light them all at once.
Do continual flames produce smoke?
Only when cast on an object that produces smoke.
Oh. Oh.
Bear in mind,
He
you
has
guys
to
are
get on-
between two ports right now. You could pick up something like smoke sticks.
Or alternatively, we could cast continual flame on a piece of coal.
A pile of coal. He has 10 pounds of coal.
You all
Yeah.
realize iron torches are enchanted with continual flame, right?
That's why I brought it up.
So we just put an iron torch to some coal.
Bear
I
in
don't think
mind
it
also that
transfers.
you guys have to be able to contain the fire on your deck. On your wooden
Well, the-
ship.
That's why I was saying continual flame, because as far as I was aware, continual flame doesn't actually burn shit.
I believe continual flame can be moved onto an object, though, as a normal flame, can't it? Or am I thinking of a different spell?
Let me check.
I don't think iron torches are transferable, at least.
Ion torches are not going to be able to. Object...
No heat, doesn't use oxygen, can be covered and hidden but not smothered or quenched.
I would assume if it doesn't use oxygen, then that would also mean that it doesn't create smoke.
Yeah, so you guys
Yeah,
would
it's
have to
heat.
start an actual fire. The effect looks like a regular flame, but it produces no heat and uses no oxygen. Yeah, so I don't see how it would make smoke.
Right.
I'm thinking of produce flame.
Ah. Yeah. Okay, so we go back to port. We pick up some smoke sticks or a censer to burn some coal with.
I mean, like, burning
Yeah.
coal in a censer would not create a large appearance of fire.
Minuet. Karen gets up, goes to his room, brings out an iron pot.
Fair point.
I'm just trying to save us time from having to go back, because the longer the Stooges are on our ship, the more we have to feed them.
Fair. Okay, so yeah, I make a fake smoke thing, but it's actually a real smoke thing.
Actually, question. Was
yes.
there anything on the Stooges ship?
Not really,
Uh,
just like clothing.
Yeah, I believe we got a couple of fuel crystals, but that was about it.
Yeah.
Hey. Guess what makes smoke?
Coal, which we have 10 pounds of.
For clothing.
Clothing.
Yeah, but, like,
Look, it's not going to be a lot. Just like a trashy shirt and whatever extra pant. Like
yeah, that's
pair
not
of
going to
extra
make a lot of
pants.
smoke.
no.
Let's just go with coal. We want to make it look like
We're going
we're
to
being
use it to help
attacked, and not
fuel
like
the
we're being
coal fire.
inconvenienced.
So we save on coal. We're going to fuel the coal fire. I'm thinking like one lump of
Oh.
coal and a bunch of clothes will make plenty of smoke.
Oh, well,
Okay, that's
yeah,
a better
that's
idea.
fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Because the coal would serve as the originating source. We just use the clothes to fuel it.
Okay.
Also, Darren may be being a little vindictive because they hurt his ship.
Alright, so we're
Fair.
gonna need skill rolls. Hey, Ixdras, do you have anything to add to this entire situation at all?
I don't think so, no. Let's see.
Well, aside from being ready to whoop some ass, right?
Correct. No, everything I do is the exact opposite of setting things on fire. I even have the cantrip drench.
So I need to know what you're doing specifically, because I'm going to set the party out and doing different things depending on the situation. So first and foremost, what are you doing to prepare for hopefully baiting this guy out?
So,
Does the captain know semaphore?
Is that the flag waving thing?
Yes.
Do I know semaphore?
I would doubt it, because he has no, or she has no reason to be trained so far.
No, I know sea lamp though.
You know what?
Sea lamp. It's
Oh.
the Morse code with lamps.
Yes, you took the sea lamp, but not Semaphore. Got it. So you know
Oh,
how to communicate with the lamps so far. I'm completely okay with you knowing that, and thank you for taking
Yes.
one of the actual languages. The only thing that you guys are missing on the ship is Semaphore. Then
I have that.
Okay, so-
I also have Morse code.
you have the flags. Did you
I
guys
have
actually
a-
purchase the flags to wave?
I
Let me
have
check.
I have a waterproof hooded lantern.
I believe I have a hooded lantern. No, I have a bullseye lantern.
Even better.
Okay, yeah. The bullseye would work better.
Also, we do have a celestial sensor, by the way.
So you do have the little thing. That's not honestly going to be enough anyways. You're better off the coal right
Yeah.
I have now just realized that this entire time my character sheet has listed my eyes as the color grebe.
Keep it.
Yes, your eyes are the color green.
Anyway, no, we don't have semaphore flags, but the main thing is that we have a person who understands it. Also, we can purchase some when we get to Clerkburg.
Okay, no, here's what I'm thinking now. If we're going to be using a lantern to signal our distress in this situation, smoke is no longer a thing we care about. Because that means we're going to be doing this at night.
Well, that depends on how long we intend to be doing this charade, and if we'll be moving at all, or positioning ourselves in a different location.
Okay.
How long are we going to be trying to lure this person?
Here comes the
I don't
important
precisely know, but maybe it would be good to stop in and get a signal whistle. All I have is a signal whistle that sounds like a bird call, which is expressly for the purpose of using a signal whistle without people knowing I'm using a signal whistle.
I mean, I've got the signal horn, which is louder.
Okay, so like we blow the hell out of that. We're in the general area where we know where he's been operating, because, well, we suspect he's been operating. We're thinking that he's been basically a little bit south of where we are. How do you ping? I thought you can like ping by.
You need the
Use
ruler.
the ruler,
Oh.
which is the line tool.
Okay. Yeah, like
Yeah.
yeah. We think he's basically been operating around down here.
Which is about a day's travel from where you guys currently are.
Yeah. So I think we go there at night. We don't need to produce smoke if we're going to be doing this at night, flashing the signal lantern. So what we could do is we could round up all of the ion torches we have and just set them all in one area so it looks like there's a big fire.
At the very least, it will produce an appearance of collected light, which would look like a gathering of people.
We blow the hell out of the signal horn, flash the light lamp, whatever it is you call. I've got a pocket dictionary to try to forestall any celestial thing that tries to murder. So, what you guys are the language dudes.
Yes.
So, I don't know what the language is called. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, yeah,
I don't speak lamp.
I do.
Darren
far-
face palms.
As
hard
far as I
enough
know,
that
this
his
is the
glasses
native
slide off.
language of some moth people. Some.
Don't joke about that. The moth people exist. They're a form of lycanthrope, and it's actually a lot less cute and cuddly than you think.
Okay, as far as I'm aware, it's the native language of the weremoths.
Their necks are like giraffes. They extend.
That's terrifying. Also, yeah, so we travel a day. We set up shop. I do believe it would be to our best interest to still try the smoke thing, just to make it look more legit.
I mean, yeah.
During the day, maybe.
Yes.
So you guys are gonna take tomorrow to fly out to the area where you guys think you'll be able to lure out the pirate. Spend at least a few hours in the nighttime doing your signaling thing, which will require checks to successfully pull it off. Roll a percentile to see if he shows up, and then possibly do something the next day. Correct?
Correct.
Well, I mean, I thought if we were setting this up to make it look like we were being pirated,
Oh yeah.
the goal would not be to find him the next day. The goal would make him come to our quote-unquote rescue.
Yes, but you're gonna start off this particular night. So first,
Okay.
you guys are
So
gonna
we're gonna
go
be
ahead and
setting
rest
things
tonight,
up, and then,
get your spells ready, and then the next day you're gonna move into the territory.
Right.
Got it. So you guys are gonna go ahead and go to rest. Are you guys doing any form of actual watches, or are you just going to rest?
Watching seems like a reasonable idea.
Same.
might get lucky and just actually spot his ship.
I mean, you never know. You know he's out there now in this area. And at least 2 party members know exactly how these people are. So who's taking first, second, and third watch?
I'll take first watch.
take
takes
second.
first. Who's taking second?
I will.
Mari's taking second.
Who's on
I'll take-
second? Who's on third?
I'll take third. That means our primary caster gestures at Cirrus can just sleep.
Okay.
Okay, so I suppose I shall tell you guys as well what I will be preparing today.
Okay.
For my 0 level spells, I will be preparing Detect Magic, Guidance, Resistance, and Virtue.
Uh-huh.
For my 1st level spells, Burning Disarm, Ray of Sickening, Shield of Faith, Doom, and my domain spell shall be Obscuring Mist. And for my 2nd level spells, I will be preparing 2 castings of Admonishing Ray, and 1 casting of Summon Monster 2, with my domain spell being Wind Wall.
I'd tell you what spells I'm preparing, but I'm not preparing spells.
You're a sorcerer.
Exactly.
She's preparing to kick some ass.
I'm
She would say
preparing
something
lots
about
of.
chewing bubblegum, but bubblegum hasn't been invented in this universe yet.
Oh, I would like to note that I love the meme of the sorcerer that fakes being a wizard and just has a book of arcane smut.
I like playing the rogue that's a fake mage. It just stabs people in the back because it's funny
Yeah.
to me.
I cast knife.
What
And
you
then,
got
of course,
there?
at the top
Top
of
of
their
their
list-
lungs cause damage. Stab, 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 stab.
Just one of those. What's that wizard got? A knife.
Or I like to also play the reverse of a rogue that is 100% built to steal the divine focus spellbooks and arcane focuses. And
That nonsense with the that one spell where you can steal stuff.
it's
that
not a
was-
spell; it's a feat.
No, there's a spell way to do it too.
There might be a spell too, but I once built a rogue that's entire thing was stealing the divine focuses, the spell books, the The arcane, basically anything a spellcaster would need to be able to cast their spells.
Yep.
And
Here, I have a,
Sorcerer, and then a sorcerer walked up and said no.
no, sorcerers still need their stuff unless they have astute materials in 3.5, which is why
fair.
that was funny,
in
because
3.5,
no
okay.
NPCs ever had it.
And yet, okay, because sorcerers and Pathfinder just get eschew materials at level 1.
Yes, 3.5, they don't. So you'd run up across a cleric and you'd steal their divine focus. And they weren't a cleric anymore. They were a bad fighter.
Oof.
well, I mean, if they didn't have their divine focus, wouldn't that only matter for spells that required using a divine focus?
Well, in 3.5, you had to have a divine focus for all your spells.
Yep. Or
Ouch.
you had to have what is it? It's not semantic. It's verbal, semantic, or material. So most spells require material or a focus. One or the other. So
I remember a lot of M/divine focus or focus/divine focus.
Yep, so if
I'm-
you stole their divine focus, most NPC spellcasters did not have a component pouch.
I'm just reminded, Vari, of that, I think Kai was there for it. Vari wasn't. Of that time, that poor Null Cleric got his thunder completely removed by Mando.
So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do a special scene really quickly. I need you, or the 3 people that are awake, to roll d20s, just flat d20s, to see who happens to see this particular special occasion. Then I'm going to take a short break myself, encourage all our viewers to go and get a glass of water because, my god, it's hot out. And
Oh,
no
so it's
oxygen.
everyone but Sirius, right?
Everyone but Cirrus.
Aw.
Yeah, and I should be pointing out that during the parts of this preparation bit, considering that the orisons I have prepared all have a duration of longer than 24 seconds, I would like it to be assumed that I am keeping them all active while we wait for this.
Good to know that'll happen after the break. Or my break. You guys are free to roleplay. Who rolled the highest of the 3?
21. 21.
How
Wait.
did you get a 21
Wait.
on a flat d20?
I thought they said it was a perception.
No, flat d20.
Oh, then just 12.
Okay, so 15, and then
I assumed it was persuasion, so.
and then Kai had
Persuasion!
Or perception. Shush. We don't have persuasion.
Okay, so it is Minuet who is going to be on his watch. You're on the deck of the ship when you actually see Dat seem to try and sneak up onto the deck. He's not hiding or being invisible or anything. He goes specifically to the back of the ship and seems extravagantly depressed looking over the back. The moment that he realizes you're there, he tries to disappear and go back to his cover.
Minuet's gonna stealth before that then.
Yeah, he just goes up to the deck of the ship and he's looking off the back of it at the clouds
So
and
can I,
everything, with his
can
hand
I-
on his
can I-
fist and just sitting there.
So can I roll stealth to not interrupt?
You may.
Cool. So this is in Kitsune form. Holy shit. Okay, that is a stealth of 28.
So Varian has gained invisibility as a spell-like ability, apparently.
He needs to take magical tales for that.
Yeah. Eventually.
What was your total?
28.
Congratulations, you do succeed.
Okay. So, yeah, Minuet will kind of just hang around at a distance and watch.
Yeah, he just goes to the back of the ship and is doing that thing where he has one hand on his fist, staring out at the clouds. He does not seem, surprisingly, he does not seem excitable or happy. He's just staring out in the clouds, looking extravagantly depressed. This goes on for about an hour. He mutters something. Do you understand Draconic?
No, Aklo, Common, Sylvan, Elven, and Tengu.
He says something in Draconic, and then just seems to drag himself back downstairs to go to bed.
Well, Minuet just goes back to keeping watch.
Good to know. You guys have the morning to roleplay with yourselves while I BRB if you'd like. Do you need me to turn on BRB music, actually? Alright.
Up to you.
I mean, I'm not terribly concerned.
Okay.
Would Minuet be able to make some kind of brain type check to remember what it is that Dat said?
It would be a wisdom check later on if it comes up.
Okay.
In the meantime, that's kind of up to player discretion whether or not
Yeah.
they even bother bringing it up. But in the meantime, y'all roleplay
actually
amongst
was-
yourselves in the morning. I'm going to BRB. Hey, everybody out there, get water. It's extravagantly hot out. Take care of yourselves.
I
Yeah.
brought that up because I do speak Draconic.
And Minuet will probably try to remember. So what would be the DC of that? Or rather, sorry, I guess I should roll for thing or something. You said wisdom or intelligence?
I think Gara might be AFK already.
Oh.
Era already AFK'd, so but he said wisdom.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
wisdom.
said wisdom. And but yeah, basically I've taken Draconic because, as I essentially feel, Draconic is the language of communication between spellcasters.
That's fair.
To be fair, it's the basis for most arcane spellcasting.
Well, yes, and basically every spellcasting class can take it, and it's one of the languages that people are likely to take when it's on their list, because, let's face it, every DM likes to add dragons to their campaign.
Man, I hadn't noticed.
He. Yep.
What with the last campaign having a creator dragon god, a whole fucking mountain tower full of dragons, fucking half dragons, and then our last campaign with Era, which was dragons, the dragoning.
Yeah, we freaking played as dragons. It was actually pretty spectacular too.
That was a pretty great campaign.
Yeah.
And in this campaign, we have, you guessed it, a dragon.
Yeah, Draconic, the caster equivalent of common.
Yep.
See, I don't know Draconic.
And yet, you supposedly have draconic ancestry.
I do, but I took Catfolk instead of Draconic.
Hey.
You know, because I'm a Catfolk.
Dat would be disappointed.
I mean, I can fucking get a point in the damn linguistic skill and learn it.
Which sounds like a reasonable thing to do eventually.
You know, at some point, when I actually give a shit about the skill, I might. Unfortunately for linguistics, I have so many other fucking skills.
Yeah, and not very many skill points.
Yeah. From a logical perspective, in what I would want to have taken as one of my languages, I did not take Infernal. Instead, I took Abyssal because, you know, those are the Chaos Demons. The unfortunate thing I can figure is, being the Chaos Demons, they're probably the ones talking to will accomplish the least.
That's fair.
At least with the Order Demons, there's a chance speaking to them in their native language might accomplish something productive. But being able to speak Chaos Demon, chances are that means you know exactly how they plan on vivisecting you. and exactly what they will do with your entrails thereafter.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting here with Darren and a bunch of languages because linguistics.
Like I said, I'm just gonna bully Darren into teaching me Draconic.
Yeah, but and basically, as I mentioned, Cirrus has the defense mechanism of holding up one finger, fishing out a pocket dictionary out of their pocket, and trying to make angelic sounds at angels to try to tell them, hold on a second, I am not murderous hellspawn.
So,
Wait.
Minuet, are you going to try and transfer this information to the party?
Yeah.
I need you to roll a wisdom save to see if you can enunciate the words properly.
Okay.
Just straight up wisdom.
Well, okay, so that's gonna be a 12.
Okay. I need who in this party speaks Draconic.
Me.
Me.
You two can now roll intelligence checks to see whether or not you can make sense of the broken Draconic he just spewed.
Would it be intelligence or linguistics?
I will allow either.
Well, as far as I'm aware, Dat was talking about his hovercraft being full of eels.
23. Linguistics.
I'm surprised the sorcerer doesn't speak it. Give me one moment, I need to do one.
We discussed that while you were AFK. The
I took-
sorcerer with draconic heritage doesn't speak it.
But I'm a catfolk, and I only get 2 languages, so I had to take common, and then I took my native language of catfolk.
No, you get your catfolk as a native language, you get one bonus language on top
Yeah,
of it.
native languages you get like elves. Elves get elven and common.
Then my bonus language was the sea lamp thing.
Okay. Hey Car,
Yes.
I need you to roll one more intelligence check to see whether or not you understand the exact slang that was used. Depending on how you roll, depends on what I give you.
Is this another linguistics check?
Linguistics, yes.
Damn, that's 17.
You know that the first part is I miss. The last part could be anywhere from myself, my soul. The last word was not pronounced in a way that you could completely understand it. It is I miss, and it has something to do with person. You recognize the part of the word as being person, but the rest of it, you're not sure what part. So it could be myself, my soul, my true self, my personality. It could be my language. It could be a ton of things. My kin. But it's I miss and something that belongs to that he identifies as in English as my.
I miss my homies.
It could be. You're not sure, but it is definitely something extravagantly personal. You're just not sure because the rest of the word that he pronounced was not a word in Draconic ever. Bear in mind, if Dad is around for this conversation, he hides in the cupboard. He will serve breakfast and immediately hide in the cupboard.
This is probably a thing that is talked about away from the kitchen, so probably up on deck.
One does not tend to gossip near the person of which they are gossiping about.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah, so Darren's basically going to relate that Dad basically said, I miss my something or other because... I'm sorry, Minuet, you completely butchered whatever word that was supposed to be.
Minuet just kind of does the holds his hands up and shrugs thing.
Why can't I ever be awake for the interesting things?
Because
Well,
the
the-
dice said otherwise.
The problem is you sleep. That's the problem always.
Are you suggesting you've done things to me in my sleep?
No?
The problem is the act of sleeping, I would presume.
Yes.
I'm going to remind you you're not allowed to have coffee.
Darn it.
That's gonna call for breakfast, ending the scene for now, and we're gonna go ahead and move on. Hey, Captain, my captain.
Yes, yes.
You're gonna need to roll your pilot check to move into the zone.
Get in the zone. Auto zone.
Now, since you are in charge of this, is there any particular type of area you would like to stage yourself to be in?
13, I think it was.
13 it is.
Yep.
You're within cluster, which means there's several areas where there's very, very tiny islands around that have maybe like a tree or two. You may run into one that has a building if somebody's lucky enough to own a private island. Or, you know, one of the creatures that you don't want to fuck with might be in that area. You can also aim for very clear skies. You can aim for closer to the port if you'd like. You have a 2-inch radius to mess with, basically.
Okay, would one be able to make like a profession sailor to know where would be a good tactical place to set up?
Sailoring, no, but since you're a bounty hunter, I will give you the ability to roll the sailor check.
Okay, well, that's, as with many of my checks, a wisdom check. I have no fucking clue.
I'm sorry.
Here's a question. Would an actual profession navigation person be able to put a little bit more thought into it?
They would have to give me a good reason for knowing why before they roll it. AKA, we're in justify your bullshit territory here.
Yeah. Okay, so
So has anybody got any justifications of why they know where a good spot would be to be staged?
Water?
To stage getting attacked by pirates?
Quote unquote attacked.
So, based on previous experience with the frat boys and what Darren remembers happening, we kind of got blindsided because frat boys decided to hide behind one of the larger cluster islands. So, if there is a larger moving island, one that might be able to conceivably hide the frat boy ship behind it, us being near that would probably make it somewhat passable that we're getting attacked.
A place with a lot of places we could be ambushed from, which I assume a navigator would at least be tangentially aware of. Places where shit could hide behind.
yeah, things like floating shit and stuff to.
Can I do a knowledge geography, maybe?
I will allow a knowledge geography from you. I will allow a knowledge navigator from Varian, and it is up to Captain to make his decision based on what I tell you guys individually,
Okay.
which will be in secret.
Oh well. Shit.
You know what? Screw it. I'll use my reroll. Much better.
Okay, so yeah, the navigation, I've got a 13 total.
21 total knowledge geography.
Give me a moment. And then here in a moment, you guys get to make your case.
Varian, what is your avatar on Steam?
Oh, it's a little sketch that I had done like years and years and years ago.
Okay, because it's like some sort of
Cat.
imp
Oh, it's a
something.
it's a cat monster with a scythe.
Meanwhile, mine is just the fact that neither Mega Man nor Metroid got anything good for their 25th anniversaries.
Okay, so
Make your cases to Viv now.
okay, so in theory, any of the islands we could set up shop, like anywhere where there's like a peninsula sticking out.
Are you there, Car?
I mean, he's not wrong. That's a good idea. It would be easier if it were a somewhat smaller or separate island, because that means we would be less trapped with Kilgore D from wherever direction they come in. But if that's not viable, the next best thing is to hang out near a corner, possibly beyond that, such as you had suggested, a peninsula. This way, if we have to escape, we can leave relatively quickly, and it looks like we may have gotten blindsided by them again. All I ask is that they not be rammed directly into the ship. We can make it look like they rammed into the ship, but please don't ram into the ship.
Make sure to check your DMs too, by the way.
Oh, sorry. No, I did not.
I said I was sending you guys information in secret.
Yeah,
I'm
and
sorry.
I took mine into account.
And then you said basically nothing.
Exactly.
There are a few islands in the area, but there is only one that is uninhabited, and it's not exactly safe, considering it moves a lot. We could use that, technically speaking, but that's a risk.
I'd rather not take that much of a risk with our ship.
I mean, one of the things is he wouldn't want to be set up somewhere where there are inhabitants, otherwise his location for his pirate hunting venture would be known.
You mean like it already is, kind of?
No, it's
Yeah, well, I mean, it's known that he's hunting pirates. It is not known where he's hunting pirates from. This is the kind of thing that gets a few pirate crews to work together when they know where someone like this is operating.
That's
So he'd be
right.
wanting to keep
The
his
locals call
base of
the island
operation.
Cursed.
Cursed.
That would be correct. Considering it moves around relatively frequently, it probably seems cursed or as if it has a will of its own, crashing into ships willy-nilly. Normally, if we didn't have guests, and he glares towards the stairs that would lead to our rooms, or we weren't on a time crunch, I would suggest that we at least look at it. But unfortunately, such is life.
Yeah, we do need to drop off Huey, Dewey, and Louie before anything goes wrong.
Kind of why I'm trying to speed this along.
Yeah, I say we set up shop close, but not too close to this, and then just give it a go for like a day.
I put a dot where the quote-unquote cursed island is.
Yeah, all I'm saying is if I wanted to set up shop somewhere where I could guarantee that none of the people I'm hunting would actively seek me out at, the Cursed Island wouldn't be a bad choice.
True.
Yeah.
And as I extrapolated before, they are likely based somewhere between Clearport and Haven in order to have ease of access to resources as well as remain uncaptured. The moving island would actually be a perfect base of operations for such a vigilante, considering they would be unlikely to be in the same spot twice.
So, Captain, what do you say about us, at least taking a look?
Might as well.
So you have the ability to move 2 inches. The thing is that somebody is going to have to roll a perception check to find this particular island. So I need to know who, over the next 18-hour period, is going to be on what shift for watches.
So, serious question.
Sup?
Do you have anything that could aid perception?
Not prepared for this. I don't want to take any chances against Sky Patrols, so closest thing I have to aiding perception is doing the opposite of that.
Oh. Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, mostly what I've got prepared today are make us not die, make them unable to fight, bludgeon them all to hell.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Because you're going to have to find this island first. And since it's a loose island, it travels. So you have 18 hours, which means that's 6 hours each. Who's taking first, second, and third?
I'll take first this time.
I'll take second.
I guess I'll take third.
You can't, you're driving.
Oh, well then
I
I
guess
guess
I'll
yours will
take
take
third.
third.
Yep.
Fantastic, this is a crow's nest situation. So here's what I need. First is Darren. I need you to roll me percentiles and then a perception check.
$91.
And your perception.
$23.
So you've been watching the horizon for about 5 hours when yay high rolls. You very distinctly see this island in the distance. You remember its geography, based in a book that you read a long time ago. It's unique in the fact that it has an awkwardly, it's not skull-like, but it's more of a horrified look on its face in this area.
Oh, like
Of course, the
screen?
cursed island is the Skull Island.
It's not skull, it is more like the Scream painting.
Yep, it's the screen.
Except for, you know, the nose up. Definitely has the eyes. You know very well that these eyes disappear the moment you get too close to the island, and that it's just a geological trick.
Mars face.
Yeah, basically. But you definitely see it off in the distance. This is way earlier than you expected to see it, because you thought it was going to be like another 12 hours away easy? But here it is. Then this is when you realize, yeah, it's definitely a traveling island.
Okay, that's mildly unsettling. No wonder people call it cursed.
So, what are the chances that the island travels because he's like hooked up a ship's engine to it?
That would require more power than you think any normal mortal being would be capable of currently.
Yeah, this is a relatively sizable island. It's not like itty bits of rock.
Ah,
No.
okay.
It has enough to have rocky hills on it, basically.
You could make a base out of this thing.
Yes. But the pirates stay away because they're A, superstitious, and 2, it moves, which is absolutely horrendous to try and keep track of when your shit's there.
Man, doing an A and 2 joke, that's my shtick.
Well, 3 damn bad.
I'd say for you, but
I'm not a very big guy, sorry.
so it is your call how you wish to move forward, Darren.
Captain! How close do you want to take us?
Ugh.
The land is rapidly hoeing.
There's definitely a hoe on it.
I'm thinking. Probably at least a few boat lengths away from it at the closest.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So does it look like it's coming toward us?
It looks like you guys are going to currently pass it. You're going to have to instruct him. Thankfully, you have navigation skills on how to fly closer. And since he said at most a couple of boat lengths, it is your choice how close you get at this point. So I need to know a few things. First off, I need your navigation to be able to explain to him how close you get.
Oh, fuck.
I'm curious, what's the DC to know larboard and starboard on the fly?
That's way too high.
Fucking 5.
Man, every player of 14 is shit.
Sirius was making
How do I tell
making
left
a
and
joke.
right? Says the guy that totally screwed up east and west several times during one game. Hey editor, when are you gonna add a counter? Bastard. Fucking why do I pay this guy?
What guy?
That's the joke.
Okay.
I don't pay me, damn it. I do the shit for free. Until enough people subscribe to our shit. Then maybe I can split payment between all of us, and certain people don't have to work on a Saturday making them miss a game. Hint, hint. Nudge, nudge.
Yep.
I got $10 of donation today. That's a high one for me.
Oh.
Woo. So navigational terms.
Where's that D20, yo?
I'm sorry, I would normally be more eloquent, but oh god. Yeah, that's about right. The dice are reflecting my ability to roleplay. That's an 11.
Yeah,
Okay, so
you're struggling hard to get this ship to get closer to this island.
can Minuet I gather heard the call of the land ho effectively, right? So
Roll
Minuet
your
puts down what
perception
he's
first.
doing.
This requires a roll. You cannot 10 it.
Huh?
Roll perception.
Okay. Okay, well that was a lot higher than it did. Okay, so that was a perception of 27.
Yes, you definitely hear it. Your big fox ears heard the. And the following, by the way, attempts to navigate on the fly, which are going about as good as.
Yep. Okay, so Minuet puts down what he's doing with the finishing up a flag.
Was it 27? Did Minuet hear the island?
Yes. Everybody hears their dramatic attempts to navigate on the fly.
No, I'm talking about the literal island.
Yes.
No, okay, so Minuet puts down what he's doing and rushes up top to, help with this nonsense. So, Minuet's going to try explaining better with the navigation thing.
Roll your navigation.
Fucking the dice are being kind to me tonight. Okay, so that is a 25.
Ixodras.
Yes.
Do you have Brain? Hey, Brain, are you gonna work today or not? Sense motive at all?
No.
Can you roll a wisdom check to decipher two people trying to tell you where to go at once?
Yeah, I'll roll a d20.
Flat d20, go. That's a d12?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, it's over here. Okay, I didn't see where it went. 19.
We take those here. You're able to listen to the fox as he's shouting instructions. At this point in time, how close do you want to get Minuet?
Okay, so I feel that boat length is not necessarily enough with an island that is moving. So I'm gonna go with.
I said at least a few boat lengths. Thank you
Okay,
very
so-
much. Please play attention to my words.
Play attention.
Yes.
But okay, so I'm thinking at least let's go with 150 yards out.
Okay. I need one more piloting check from the captain.
15.
You're good. So you're gonna get out there, and I need to move your piece slightly and erase your line because your line is no longer relevant. Boop. I wish I could shrink this piece more. I feel like I should be able to, but I can't. And then you guys are gonna set things up.
Yep.
I need to know which things your guys are gonna set up because you guys have only been out here for like 5 hours.
Okay, so it is daytime.
Yes.
So the coal in an iron pot in the office,
In the office?
or the top part of the ship with the where steering is.
Let me go ahead and save your travel map. I will pull up your boat map.
Yeah, that
I will
that
allow
helped
you
a lot.
guys to go ahead and role play out your positions from here.
Yeah, I'm orange.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm sorry, you're orange. But here, I'm gonna unlock things. And hey Vari, can you change colors for people?
Yeah, sure.
I'm changing colors for me already.
Alright.
Okay.
Y'all
I figured
change
out how to do
colors and discuss where things are. I'm gonna give you guys a, let's see, I got a saved object around here somewhere. Here, have a brazier for the pot. Let me unlock this. Somebody can grab that and move it. Oh,
Holy crap!
hold up. I'm gonna fix that right now. There we go. Why'd you move it before I fixed it?
I didn't try to move it. I was trying to select my stuff.
Okay.
Oh.
Alright, now it should
Okay.
be locked. There we go. Here,
Okay.
I'm gonna move the brazier right here on the table, unlock it, and there you go. So use that to move
Awesome.
your fire, move your player pieces where you're gonna be. You are not gonna have time, Darren, to get out the crow's nest before you or during the setup. You are high up.
I can fly.
You can, but you're also high up, and you may also want to consider staying up there for reasons.
That's
Keep an eye
fair.
on
Just
on
in
the
case you want to end it for Anakin.
I do need Ixadra's to be behind the wheel of the ship, and I will be right back really quickly. I am going to have myself another drink. People drink more water. It is hot out. Take care of yourselves first. Roleplay.
Okay. So yeah, Minuet's going to work on getting a and actually, this is where the helm is. I think that having the brazier on the deck beneath, so that it rolls out from inside the ship, would be the way to do it.
Just saying that if it's positioned there, Ix is going to be blind.
Fair. So front of the ship.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, Ix will be less blind.
Okay, so. And relocating random shit so that the brazier is not around random crap. And actually, Minuet will, for safety's sake, expend a pound of casting plaster. Or rather, a serving of casting plaster.
Woo.
Underneath the brazier so that it doesn't light anything on fire.
Okay, and since the two of us are basically going to be the ones on the front lines of this, because we're the only two with freedom of movement at the moment.
Yeah, so, I'm the one with the sailoring skill stuff, so I gather as soon as I light brazier, I'll, begin setting up the other ship.
Yeah. But I'm saying this, as considering I can cast these for free, and they've got a minute of duration.
Mm-hmm.
Consider yourself to have virtue, resistance, and guidance on.
Woo!
Which basically means you get a +1 to your saving throws, a +1 on a single attack roll, saving throw, or skill check. Okay, I need to pay attention to the fact that you could use this on a fucking skill check.
Yep.
And
Gui-
+1
guidance.
temporary HP.
Yeah, guidance is... That's actually what I was asking about, kind of, because, my Inquisitor has that.
Oh, I was unaware that had actually worked for skill checks.
Yeah.
I thought it was just, yeah, you attack slightly more accurate once.
Nope, it's pretty
Yeah.
nice.
But yeah, so basically, you're going to have those going because I can keep those 3 going on you and going on me
Well, it's
under
okay,
their
so-
total collective duration.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be practical though, because I'm gonna be on the other ship, setting up at first.
I mean,
So-
as long as we're in the setup phase, and we are the
Yeah.
only 2 that can move freely, I see no reason for us to be
Oh,
separate.
you're just gonna follow me around and help and stuff. Okay.
Yeah,
that-
help you and kind of keep us both buffed with these tiny little baby buffs. But they're free tiny little baby buffs, so.
Yeah. Yeah, they saved my Inquisitor's rear end. Literally, because virtue.
Yeah.
1 HP is a significant thing.
Hey, I play a healer, Varian.
Yeah.
You know what I say about it. You only have 1 HP that matters, the last one. As long as they don't lose that one, you've done your job successfully.
So I take it Minuet is setting up the pot, dumping coal in it, stuffing clothes in it, and lighting it on fire.
Then making sure that with plaster, the remainder of the stuff from when he did the the workshop room, he fireproofs that small area.
Now we go to return the ship, and you burned my grandfather's trousers.
Yeah.
We'll see. That we can blame on the frat boys.
Exactly.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I forgot my drink in the other room.
Good job.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, have you positioned yourselves specifically where you wish to be?
Oh, not yet. Okay, so,
You'd
and
probably
actually-
be at the nose or somewhere.
yeah, so lighting brazier, or rather, getting the other boat situated and then lighting brazier.
Alright, so you're doing it underneath the nose head.
Right. So that, well, and also I am expending, I have 10 casting plaster left from, doing the room. So, I'm gonna use one of those to, fireproof around the brazier.
Alright. I need to...
And throughout this entire process, I am shadowing Minuet and keeping up virtue guidance and resistance on both of us. They both have a minute duration. I'm also keeping up detect magic on myself, which has a 4-minute duration.
Good to know. So I don't want to expose my stream to the 3 bazillion files I have because I forgot to upload the battle map for ships.
So you're
I'm
gonna do a
draw
brief
it on and We're
intermission?
gonna play the percentile game until I get that loaded.
Oh, okay.
I apologize
you
in
can-
advance because, you know,
Are you using display capture rather than window capture in OBS?
I am, but the problem is that it's not loaded into the cloud right now. Well, it might be, but I would have to locate it and...
Oh, you'd have to navigate through Tabletop Sim into
Personal
your
files.
file system.
Well,
So
you
here's
could
what
do
we're gonna-
a brief intermission screen.
I could, or I could just wing it like a bastard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that works too. One thing
Because
I'd
you guys
recommend
aren't
is
gonna be
setting up
engaging
an...
in Sky Battle anyways, it sounds like, correct? It's not like you guys could engage in Sky Battle.
We have a cannon, but yeah.
Yeah,
Someone say a cannon?
A cannon.
in the back.
I just use that as an excuse to fire this cannon.
Right.
Actually, where is our cannon? I don't see it on the.
Did I not give you guys a cannon? Here, let me give you... This is
We
my
did
save
have one.
objects. Did
So
I
what
ever
you're
tell
saying
you
is
if
the
it's a
fact
rolling
that it's
cannon
not
or a
on the
permanent
ship
cannon?
You shush. I know exactly where you're going, and you shut your mouth.
is non-canon.
Oof.
Wow.
I'm upset.
Here,
I
have
am
a cannon,
so upset.
because
I
forgot
saw,
to-
like I said, I saw it coming, and I said, "Shut your mouth."
There's your cannon. Place it in the back.
Here's somebody. Oh, fuck.
You fucking missed.
God damn it.
Left or right?
It was in the left window
Back.
previously.
Does it have a very tiny fire button and a very tiny cannonball?
I mean, this one
It
is
does
not,
not appear
a,
to.
not a
Oh.
firing cannon. That's
Yeah, it's a static. Static.
Oh. I only got one firing cannon. And it's the wheeled kind, which does less damage. Alright, so you guys are baiting out. We got a watchman who wants to roll the party's doom.
Oh, also, Minuet will, fire off his signal horn.
Roll performance for me.
Okay.
I need a performance from you. I need a perception from the crow's nest person.
Fuck. Okay, so that is a
I'm really glad I made mark this.
14.
14. Oof.
14.
really glad I marked the stream as
Actually, wait, because I have guidance active 15.
15 it is. Perception
Thank.
from Crow's Nest person.
Darren.
20.
Alright, we got the 20. Now, one last thing. Who is going to stage the ship? They need to roll a bluff. It cannot be Vari or Darren.
Staging the ship.
Staging
it's
the
a
other
bluff?
ship. You are free to bullshit me a roll other than bluff.
No, I'm good with bluff.
Cool, roll that bluff. I probably shouldn't play guitar while like streaming.
Well, that's unfortunate. I believe that's a 13.
You do have a reroll.
14. I've got guidance.
There is one reroll per game that you may take advantage of at any point in time. Bear in mind, only one.
I'm the kind of person who wants to save that for a saving throw.
Okay. So we got a 13 bluff as far as faking it. We have a 15 as far as the signal horn goes as a performance to make it as loud as possible. We have a 20-something or other as far as a perception. And hey, Ix,
Yes.
guess who gets to roll the doom then?
Me?
Yes, you do.
Okay. Var, you forgot to change the colors of the dice.
No, I did on the other thing.
Yeah. Eric told you to change them on this one too while he was gone or whatever.
Oh, well.
You weren't listening. That's fine. I'll just have to make sure I don't roll any dice at the same time as Diago. Alright,
Here,
so I'm
I'll-
rolling percentile.
Yep. You could just change them all to metal. That's a 30.
30?
30! An hour goes by. You guys have gotten no response yet. Are you guys ready for hour 2?
Correct.
So before percentiles are rolled, Signal Horn needs to go first.
Okay.
Ba-woo.
There you go. Now your dice are gray and your other dice is black.
Excellent.
Okay, so 18.
Why do you have so many fucking D4s?
I roll
Magic
magic
missile.
missiles.
Okay, that's fair.
Perception.
Nice.
22.
You can discount the clothes. They're going to be gone. And we're going to roll that bluff again for staging.
Okay, this time, let's, not be shit. Actually, this time, let's not be shit. I take 10.
What is your total?
19.
So this time he takes time to actually set up the ship, which will waste 30 minutes time. Now roll your doom.
$23.
Unfortunately, still nothing.
I'm just gonna keep rolling lower. I'm gonna warn you now.
Until you roll very, very high. We're moving on to hour 3.5 because time was taken. You guys are
Okay.
free at this point in time to take 10s all around since a party member finally realized they could.
That is reasonable. I'll take 10 then on the wind instrument.
What is your total?
20.
Good to know. Hey, Carl.
Or rather, 21 if you count guidance.
Yeah.
21, got it. Perception, what is your take 10?
My take 10 is 17.
And taking 10 on the bluff check, I assume.
Yes.
Cool, got it.
$53.
We are at hour 5. Roll one more time there, Viv.
$70.
Hey, car.
Meow.
Now I get to set up a battle map.
Boy.
It is
Oh,
entirely too late by the time you notice by taking a 10. Because it wasn't above 20. But there is a ship speeding directly towards you guys. It is taking a wide curve looking to be aiming for the ship that you guys have staged as a pirate vessel. You guys will all have one round. Roll initiative to brace for impact.
At least they're ramming the shitty ship.
Fuck.
Make sure to move your pieces on the board.
God damn it! Don't ram the ship again!
I think
He
they're
ain't
ramming
ramming
the
your
other
ship.
ship, not us. Right, they're ramming our ship?
He's ramming
No.
the small ship, but he's not intending. Well, he doesn't give a shit. So if your
Fucking
ship takes
schedule.
damage, it's not his fault.
12.
Yep, just go ahead and
Okay,
place
so-
yourselves.
11.
9.
16.
What kind of ship is charging us, by the way?
What is your dex, Cirrus?
Modifier of 4, 18.
Okay, he goes in 10 then. What kind of ship specifically? It looks like it is a single-man ship, similar to like a houseboat. Heavily armored. As in, the one round before your crow's nest individual sees it coming, he can tell that this ship is actually definitely metal plated.
Woo.
So it's designed for this, which means it takes 0 damage from what it's about to do.
Well, we might not be returning the frat boy ship.
You might not be. So you
Okay.
guys have one round to determine what you do. You get a single action, which is move or action, as if it were a surprise round. We're going to go ahead and start with Darren.
How high up is the crow's nest again?
Roughly 30 feet.
I'm gonna start performance.
What does your performance do?
Hang on. I have the sheet here. It's probably going to be the standard one, but... Inspire Courage.
Cool.
So, +1 morale bonus on saving throws versus charm and fear, and +1 competence on attack and weapon damage rolls.
All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna move on to Ixodras.
The
The call comes in last moment, unfortunately. You look to your left-hand side, starboard, and you realize, oh boy, there it is.
well then, I'm going to
Turns out it's actually just random other pirates.
honestly, it's possible. Well, fuck it. I'm gonna slap mage armor on myself and hope for the best.
Done and done. We're gonna go ahead and move on to Cirrus.
You know, the funny thing is, I'm not doing something too terribly different. I'm gonna go ahead and slap Shield of Faith on myself.
Done and done. We got one last move left, which is Minuet.
Okay, so Minuet is going to pour out his water skin on the coals so that they don't get scattered all over the place and light the front of the boat on fire or anything.
I like your idea. Now here comes the fun portion. You guys take half of this. Because he is going to barrel into the supposed pirate ship with his metal ship. It takes
Of course, there are
53
multiple
damage.
10s.
Your
Jesus.
ship takes 26 points of damage, rounded down. And you guys need to make a reflex save or be tossed to the or be knocked prone.
Oh, hey, I can, that's actually really good for me. Thank you. Reflex save.
We just repaired the fucking ship.
Well, that's fucking terrible. Never mind. Re-rolling. With my,
Re-rolling.
cat's grace.
That is a fucking that's a 27.
Well,
Plus-
I'm getting knocked prone.
What's your total?
14.
Yeah,
20,
but
Or sorry, 28.
23 for me.
I also rolled a 14.
So those that roll 23 or above are not going to be prone. But anybody that rolled below it, which sounds like it's Ixodras and Cirrus, when the other ship hits the ship, bearing it into yours, because why would they care? You find yourselves knocked prone.
Well, that's fucking annoying.
Oh, good, I'm literally upside down.
That's my way of marking that. Surprisingly, the man on the ship had himself staged specifically
To not be knocked prone.
to get flung over
Onto
the
our
tiny
ship.
skiff and landing on your deck. Like some sort of acrobatic trick, except he's in full plate. Say hello to Cats. Oh god, apparently he sinks there.
Kelvin D.
Same thing as last time.
He knows what he's doing. It's like he's done this half a dozen times. He draws his blade and he shouts at the top of his lungs, "In the name of the Sky Patrol, stand down or I shall kill you all."
So he's an idiot.
Initiative starts now.
Woo.
Darren.
Can I use sense motive to know how much of a badass he is?
Sure. I will allow free sense motives for everybody to roll if they wish.
Sure.
Fucking sure.
Oh, I rolled a 19.
Okay, I rolled a 29.
Okay, well that's a 17, so I'm on the
18
tail
on
end of-
mine.
No, by the way, it's a 31 if he's not actually a badass and is just pretending to be a badass, and he doesn't want us to know he isn't a badass.
Ixodras
Yeah.
and Cirrus will suddenly realize that his little stunt there, from the nose of his ship to yours, was not a feat done by some novice.
No vice.
He
Novice.
is, in fact, a badass.
I'm just stuck on you said no vice.
A novice?
Novice.
Are we American or are we English?
Doesn't
Don't-
matter, it's novice in all of them.
No, it's not. You're wrong.
You're doing that on purpose, but I'm fine with it.
Novice is Old English. I'm saying Old English.
Okay.
Suck my dick.
Look,
No.
I'm the actual demon and I've moved past that.
Well, guess what? I'm a fucking dragon and I haven't. Bitch.
Stuck in his ways.
Damn Skippy, I fucking am. Now make better
So-
booze, mortals. But
So what
yes,
should I do then?
You're pretty sure, by the way, this was pre-rolled for the viewers at home. Or
No,
like,
no,
you
no,
didn't
no, no,
roll
no, no.
anything.
You said you told the mortals to make better moves. I asked what I should do.
To put it bluntly, he had to roll over DC 30, and he has to have feats to be able to pull stunts like this.
Okay.
In before all his feats are put into acrobatics.
Possibly, you don't
Oh,
know. You don't know.
with full plate, so he's got armor check penalties.
He looks
We think.
like he's in full plate.
Oh,
You guys
I
don't
know this
fucking
trick.
know.
So, I probably use my hammer to help brace myself, considering the banistering of the crow's nest. I'm going to look over the crow's nest and start shouting obscenities at him in the most colorful manner, swapping between Dwarvish, Elven, Draconic, and making roar squeaky noises in Morse at him.
Can we all agree that of all of those language, Dwarven probably has the most swear words?
Probably.
Actually,
And I'm also going to leap over the edge and start falling at him with my hammer.
Draconic does.
Draconic has the most swear words.
Yes, because anybody that knows Draconic slang knows that dragons can swear. Alright, so we're gonna move you over here. We're gonna drop you here because this is where you would land.
Well, I have 40-foot flight.
You can move up to him. Oh shit, you're gonna be able to attack. Roll your one standard action to bring down that hammer. You could also move 10 feet back if you like. You get anywhere between those 3 squares.
No, I want the extra falling damage on my hammer.
You're
I
going
mean, you're
to go
definitely
ahead and allow
attacking from
falling
high
damage.
ground.
Just to be clear, you're going to allow falling damage with this, correct?
Well, it's only going to be an extra 2d6.
3d6. However, to be able to inflict that, you have to take it yourself. And you have to hit to inflict it.
I thought it was every 10 feet after 10 feet. Or is it just every 10 feet?
I thought it was every 10 feet. If it's every 10 feet after 10 feet, you have wings. I'm going to say every 10 feet after 10 feet because you have wings. But I will look up the rule later.
This would definitely have to count as both a charge attack and an attack from high ground, though, wouldn't it?
It does, so he does get the +2 to attack because they don't stack, surprisingly. However, he will take 2d6 damage no matter if he hits or misses here.
I thought they were both circumstance bonus, and that's the one that stacks.
It typically does, but he's also allowing himself to fall, which negates.
Ah,
True.
He is specifically allowing fall damage, which means that he has no aim after a certain point.
So question, would he count as flat-foot?
No.
Because... that's a grand total of... 13, and I don't have... 14, and I don't have any more rerolls.
My reroll.
Okay.
Someone flip my card. I'm too lazy to spin the table.
Alright, I need to flip mine.
That's...
Ooh.
it's not a crit threat. That's a grand total of 26, though.
That will indeed hit. I roll
Yeah.
the damage for falling. Here, I'm going to give you your card over here, by the way. Oh, you got one.
Hey, I have one!
Here. I'm retarded.
I'll probably take 2 rerolls.
No, you don't get 2 rerolls. You got your special item, didn't you?
I've got my doubloon.
Yep, okay. Add 10 damage to it and take 10 damage to whatever your damage mod or total is.
That's 11 bludgeoning. Oh, hey, I have reach.
Yeah, that's why I was like, you can place yourself in any of these 3 squares, but you chose Derek. So that means 21 total damage, correct?
Correct.
So Darren comes down off the crow's nest, floats himself for just enough to get into aim, and comes down with a mighty thunk onto the deck. The deck of the ship takes 2. Whoever's keeping track of that. However,
It's fine.
this hammer comes down on his shoulder, and his shoulder goes down with the shield. And he looks at you and goes, "Come on. I expected somebody to weigh like you to hit harder."
Fuck you. Fuck you for damaging my fucking ship.
It's a draft.
Skype.
We are on the ship itself, by the way.
Yep.
You are prone. Move
I'm
action
aware.
to get up.
Move action to get up is. Ooh, there you go. Alright, how fucking far away am I from this?
How far is your range on your magic missile? Just out of curiosity.
I'm
How
about
is
to
he
look-
armed, by the way?
Sword and board?
He is 90 feet away. He is holding a shield and a longsword. So yes, sword and board.
I don't think he's far enough away.
Because it's a 10-foot drop from where you are, plus the distance
Alright,
between
10.
you and there.
15, 6. Eh.
Already measured it. It's 90.
It's 90. I can hit him.
What are you hitting him with?
Magic missile. Unless Snowball has got the same range, which I don't think it does. No, it does not. Okay. Actually, let me just go ahead and pull up a few spells that I'm going to be using.
Yeah,
Alright.
I've gone and done that in advance myself.
So, magic missile, going to be using one of my third level spell or second level spell slots to make it do half cold damage,
Cool.
which will then remove his ability to take a 5-foot step because he's going to take this damage. Because fuck him, he's a bitch.
Good to know.
So I need. How many dice do I need again? Every 2 castle is a 3, I think. Or are we still level?
You should be
So,
4th level, so
2.
it should be 1d4 plus 1 per level.
Yep. No, it's every 2 I get another dice.
Yeah, it's
so it
2
should
at
be-
third. Well, 2 at third level. So.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
so you're fourth.
it's-
so-
Plus, I do +1 damage per caster though.
Add an additional 1 per missile because of thing.
Oh, I'm casting it at a higher level. That's right.
Well, also because of my Inspire Courage.
Those are
Uh,
d6s,
so-
not d4s.
You're right. Wrong one. Over there. Alright,
That's
so
2. Is it only 2?
it's only 2 because
Okay.
I'm only 4th level.
But you're rolling a 2d4 plus 3 each, so that's good.
Yep. Also, I do Draconic Infusion, so I'm adding an additional 1d4
Roll your d4.
because I made my magic missile cold. 2. So 7 plus 4. Plus what now? 3?
6. Since
So
each of
plus
those would
6.
have +3, right?
Yep. So it's plus 6.
Okay. So that's
So 17.
17. Okay.
Cool.
Perfect.
And that's half cold damage?
Half is cold damage, correct.
What's half of 17 then?
Half of 17 would be 18 if
8.5.
it'd be 18 if you round down, or 9 if you round up.
8.5. So
8.
round
Got
that
it.
whatever way appropriate.
Your magic missile comes at him and his shield snaps to deflect the magic missiles. However, cold damage passes through. It's like the icicles pass the thing. Because
Oh,
the
somebody-
void of cool.
Somebody's shield protects them against force damage.
No, somebody's shield has got a property.
Ah.
So I believe
Regardless-
that'll be me up next then, yes?
Yes, it is, Cirrus.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure we pulled this exact same shit on the pirates. This guy's a little bit too armed for my liking, so I will use my move action to stand up,
Cool.
and then I will use my standard action to cast Burning Disarm.
What's the DC?
He must make a... his DC is... Let me get over to my sheet. He must make a DC 15 reflex save to successfully drop his weapon in time.
He chooses not to drop it. He rolled a natural 20. What is your damage?
Okay, then he takes 4d4 points of fire damage.
Go ahead and roll it. Do you need me to do?
Can I have more d4s?
Yes, you may.
Borrow
Go-
mine.
There you go.
I'm assuming that's 44 plus 1 because of
Yes,
Inspired Courage.
it is. He refuses to drop his weapon.
11.
Okay.
Burning his hand.
Oh, it's burning, but he seems to be gripping it happily. It is his turn. Guess who's in front of him?
Darren.
Oh boy.
Hey, Darren?
Yep. I'm also the most heavily armored of us.
Does 22 hit your AC?
Boy, howdy it does.
What is your... By the way, what is your AC?
16.
Does 19 hit
You
your
are not
AC?
the most heavily armored of us.
I have 18 right now.
So both hit. You take 2d8 plus 3 each. So that's 6 damage on the first strike, 5 damage on the second.
I'm not looking good, guys.
You hold on a second. You said your AC is 16.
Yes.
My flat-footed AC is higher than you.
Oh, right, you're a cleric. Save my ass, please.
Yeah, right now my AC is... That wouldn't have broken my AC.
The first one probably would have.
You said there was a 22? No, my AC right now is 23.
Oh, then
Damn.
the person that has
Fucking
reach
tank.
should have used his reach, and now he learns. Hey,
Yeah,
Minuet,
Darren was angry and was aiming to crush this man. He miscalculated.
Oh, yes, he did. Hey, Minuet.
Okay, so
Darren did some damage, but he shrugged it off. Darren got hurt.
okay, so I guess my my best option is to get within range, I suppose. So except Darren is in the worst spot to where I can't flank. God damn it.
I'm sorry.
Darren didn't. Everything Darren has done in his round of combat has been just tactical bad judgment.
First, I'm going to take a bunch of falling damage and be in range with my ranged weapon, and then...
I
Look.
mean, he thought...
Look, I
he-
thought it would be fine. It was not. I have learned.
You were wrong!
Darren learned that he is not quite the big-ass badass against the people he should fear.
Okay, so,
I just make characters that are squishy.
darn it. Okay, Minuet is.
Important question. His shit. Am I seeing any of his shit being magical?
Oh yeah, because
his
detect
shield
magic.
definitely is. His armor definitely is. His blade is.
You know, I think I remember distinctly saying last session that this probably wasn't a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, we're gonna get our asses beaten. I'm gonna say I told you so.
Yep.
Yeah, well, okay, we are officially at the point of no return, though, because, we've already kind of attacked him with everything, going ham.
It is Minuet's turn. What is Minuet doing?
I'm pretty sure we can no longer diplomacy our way out of this.
Minuet, what are you doing?
Okay, so, I'm gonna go with the, moving up to get within range, so...
Cool, you're moving next to him. So
And
it's
here,
5,
let
15,
me
5,
rotate.
30.
So double move.
Alright, so you double move to get into range. That ends your turn, and we go back to,
Darren.
Hold on, if it was a double move to get into range, was it in a straight line?
No,
Yeah.
because it was,
Okay.
I mean, we can call it a straight line. There was no obstacles, so it doesn't matter if it is or isn't.
well, there was a Cirrus, but otherwise, yeah. So I could
Friendlies
have
don't
charged,
count.
I guess. Oh, right. So I could have charged. I
So-
didn't think about that.
You could have what? Yeah, you could have.
Charged.
I mean,
Hey, this is your first time fighting on your own ship. Mistakes are gonna happen. It's too bad.
I
it's
mean,
against the
technically, did we fight did it count fighting the pirates on our own ship?
sky. You kind of
I
fought them half on your ship, half on their ship.
Most of us were fighting from our ship.
True, but this was also they're college students. They didn't have much to them.
Yeah.
This is a fight. Viv's, I told you so, depending on how things roll, might be applicable. Hey, Darren.
Okay, so that hurt. Back up 5-foot step,
Got it.
and I'm going to cast a spell.
What spell are you casting?
Motherfucking heroism.
What does that do again?
It's the spell that I have to notify you when I use it.
Read your text, please.
Okay, give me like 2 seconds.
Do you have like a bag of random monsters anywhere lying around?
No, there's a reason why he needs to read this off.
No. I'm not talking about his. I'm planning for my next turn. Do you have a bag of random monsters lying around?
So I'm still keeping up the performance, by the way. I should mark that on my sheet. But Darren brandishes his hammer, and the words on his left arm blaze with light. The greatest heroes go unsung. Bring down the axe!
Choose a party member.
Heroism is usually touch, but, Minuet, because he's right there?
Okay. You do not cast heroism.
What?
Instead, a separate effect happens. As the words, bring down the axe, come from your mouth, you feel compelled to choose a party member. Hey, Minuet. Make a melee attack at full bonus.
Oh.
Give me one moment. I need to make sure that I got this right. Add a +2.
Okay, so that's going to be okay, so 9 to 11. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a +11. Yeah, because yeah, okay. So rolling. Fuck. Oh, actually, yeah. Okay, so that's a 26.
I want you to roll your full weapon damage plus 3d6 plus your strength times 2. And I will describe what happens.
Oh, okay then. Okay, so this is just and rolling. That's a 5. Okay, 5.
Could have been yourself, by the way.
Yeah. Huh?
Oh, could have been
I know it.
themselves.
I know it could have been me.
Okay, so 11. Yeah. Okay, so that's 11 damage. If we're not including sneak attack.
Is that plus the 3d6? Oh, so it should be a regular weapon damage.
Oh, plus 3d6, you said?
Plus your weapon or your strength bonus times 2.
Oh, times 2. Okay, yeah. Strength bonus times 2. So that would be 2, and then an additional 3d6. You said?
Yep.
Okay, give me a second. Okay, 11. Whoa. Okay, so that's 23, and rolling one more. That is fucking 27 damage.
As you bring out your, I'm assuming you're using a dagger, correct?
Rapier.
A rapier. You bring out your rapier, and as you lift it up to swing down in a slashing motion, the visage, yes, visage. If you want it proper, it's visage, but whatever. Of a great battle axe appears in your hand that seems to almost be two-handed, silhouetting your weapon and dragging behind it as you swing down. Catastrophically as you hit the enemy, dealing the additional damage of noted before, striking,
Bringing
right
down
after
the axe.
yours. You have brought down the axe as commanded.
Okay then.
That does not count towards your action. Heroism does not go off, by the way. You're going to have to come up with new words for that. Your pendant feels warm.
Okay then. Shit. I don't have new words for heroism at the moment.
You can just cut out the bring down the axe or something else, or make it up because it's a spell and it doesn't matter. But that is the end of your turn because that does use your action this turn because you tried to cast a spell and something superseded it.
And
I'm okay with that.
and a 5-foot step was taken, so can't do that and a move action. That is movement.
Yeah,
Right.
that is his movement. I'm gonna send this to you now,
Okay.
and now you know that. All right. Ixodras, it is officially your turn.
Oh boy. So I'm gonna move 30 feet closer.
Are you gonna jump over the bridge, or are you gonna
No.
actually walk?
1, 2, 3.
Move one more
I'm like-
because you can.
Yeah, because diagonal. You can take a 5-foot diagonal.
I got it. Hold on.
The first diagonal is free to take.
Yep.
1, 2, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 feet essentially. He's still out of range of that. But I might be able to make this work.
You owe your grandmother a call, by the way, Darren.
Yes, I do.
10, 15, 20, 25. So here.
He's 40 feet away from.
I'm aware. I'm doing math. Leave me alone. And in a 10-foot square.
Oh. Okay.
I don't think I can hit that here. Wait, no, I can't. I get one more because it's every 2 levels. Oh, cool. I can land that. Darren, don't move closer, by the way. I'm casting grease.
I'm fine
And
with that.
I'm casting grease on that little square. Here.
Go ahead and draw it, please.
There you go. I don't know what tool this is, but that was what it automatically selected.
That's weird. But yeah, it would be
fucked
what
up
the,
pencil.
it would be the 2x2 of also it's floating.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
don't
the
know.
table is.
I have no idea what's
Either
going on
way.
here. Okay.
It's good enough. It's the 10 squares from... I got it. I can see which ones it's touching. It's 10... It's basically him, the one in front of Darren, and the ones to his right and Darren's right. Blah, blah, blah.
Yep. Grease.
Cool.
Wait, okay, wait. Because it's... I cannot tell where it is. Okay, it's the one behind him, and...
The ones on him and the ones behind him towards me.
And the one between him and Darren.
Yep.
All right, hold on.
What are the rules on grease?
What is this What is this tool? What? I just want to draw and it's being fucking...
There you go.
It's because we're so zoomed in.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. I got it. I got the areas marked. We're good.
All right.
Okay.
So, what was I doing? He has to make a reflex save now.
And what's the DC?
DC is 15.
What's his fail condition?
He falls.
He is prone.
Attack of opportunity.
No, that's only if he gets up, though, isn't it?
Yeah, only if he gets up.
Oh, it's okay if he gets up. Okay.
Yes, I'm locking him into the sky. Deal with it.
Okay, and I just want to be abundantly clear. It is these 4 squares that are covered?
Yes.
Okay.
No, it's... Hold on. I'm gonna do it this way. This one, this one, this one, and this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, we're good.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay,
After Ixodras makes him fall, it is Cirrus's turn.
Now, there's a reason why I was asking to, if we had any, random monsters.
Oh, as in asking Era.
We're using the cannonball.
Or use a token or something.
I could spawn
Token?
a token if we got random monsters. I thought that was meant for the party.
Yeah, no, he was asking you if he had because he's about to summon a monster.
I'm casting Summon Monster, too.
Alright, I need to know what you're summoning and where.
I am summoning a giant worker ant
Oof, okay. I got it.
right behind him, flanking with Minuet.
Cool, that will appear after your turn is over and not be able to act until the next turn, but that is flanking.
It appears where you designate an X immediately on your turn.
Oh, they're right. This is Pathfinder, not D&D. Okay.
Oh,
It is just specifically, it is a celestial giant worker ant,
However, it is affected by grease.
but it's not moving.
It's only when the spell is cast are they
Oh,
caused to trip.
Yeah, and
Gross.
otherwise they do not trip unless they move.
Yep, and they can move to half speed at a DC 10 acrobatics.
I applaud this. Go ahead and
So
make your attack.
the giant worker ant is specifically, it is a celestial giant worker ant.
Good to know. Roll your attack.
It will be making its bite attack along with smite evil.
Oh, go for it. Shit, now I have
So-
to roll his alignment. Hey, who wants to roll his alignment for me? Roll percentile, somebody.
I mean, I'm just operating under the assumption that the guy who attacks first and asks
44.
questions never might not be a sterling individual.
What was the percentile?
I got 44.
Okay, good to know. Your smite evil does not go off. He's neutral. So that's half
Okay.
damage, isn't it?
Well, it just doesn't do anything.
Ah, right. Okay. Spells are weird when it comes to that.
Smite Evil's not a spell, but it just means it just means
Yes.
it's bonus damage.
It missed.
All right.
Rip.
I believe I rolled a total of let's see, plus the flanking, that would be
and prone. It's
I believe that is negative to his.
Yes, that is
Yeah.
something I can figure so he doesn't get to...
Okay, so I got a total of a 7.
Yeah, that doesn't
Oh,
even
then
hit base
fuck.
even with him prone. So,
And then my after its attack, my beetle will take a 5-foot step between Darren and
are you...
asshole guy.
I'm going to be straight up honest. Are you absolutely sure? Because flanking might be better.
Darren not dying is pretty
Yeah,
important.
this is.
I will be okay.
But no, this is how Cirrus would think. Cirrus took the chance to attack from flanking and is now protecting party members.
I'm going to be honest. He has to give up his move action this... So, I
True.
don't want to give the party too much, but leaving him there is more tactically advantageous
Yeah.
because he cannot move this turn.
Yeah, since
Fair.
it's tripped, I'll leave
Fair.
it there. Yeah. But
Fair.
I will use my own move action. Whoa, I have teleported into the sky and can no longer interact with myself.
Yeah, because you literally moved into my lock.
Yep. So I was, I believe, here.
Looks right. Looks right.
Yeah, you can move there.
And I will move here.
Because I gotta do weird shit with this map stuff. So I'm sorry. Okay. That was 25 feet. What's your move?
My move is 30.
Alright, do you want to take the attack of opportunity or no? Because you moved 25.
An attack. Well, why would I get to make an attack of opportunity?
He would.
No.
If you moved 5 more, because you moved 25 feet, you can move 1 more.
Yeah.
And chance attack of opportunity to step between you and Darren.
No,
Or-
I'm not chancing stepping on the grease.
Smart move. Got
But
it.
I
Also,
actually instead I'm going to
no, that's a
be
pretty
here.
good spot. Aww, but so many attacks of opportunity could have been had.
Okay, true. Yeah, I'll go here and I will ready my bonkin stick.
Bonk, bonk.
My masterwork battle aspergillum.
I'm just gonna let this fall.
Actually, no. I'll ready my masterwork sap because I kind of want to take this guy alive.
Alright.
Oh, you just standing him on my head.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get in position
cool.
correctly along with the other pieces, and things are a little messy, so give me a moment.
It's fine. It's fine. You know, hey, I have a reasonable idea. We could just scooch this combat over just a hair, so that, and just imply that, because
No, I got
Yeah.
it. I got it fixed.
Okay.
It's good
Okay.
enough for my. I'm okay with what's going on. I can handle
Okay.
it.
because
alright,
yeah,
so,
it's literally 1 square away is stable ground.
hey, by the way, everybody make attacks of opportunity as he does choose to get up instead of taking that -4 to AC.
Okay, well, let's. Where's my.
And you what? You do get it at your sneak attack bonus, and
Because you are.
You are flanking with a fucking bug.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so
Well, then, the
Crit.
bug has hit!
Nat 20. Roll to
Nat
confirm that
20.
shit.
Minuet does not hit
Okay, so,
because of
does he still have the prone negative while he's getting up?
That is not something you get to add. That is something I apply.
I know, I'm just asking.
I need totals.
Okay, well, then its total is plus flanking,
And Inspire Courage.
Oh, I didn't even put that into account.
That's +1.
Oh, well, shit then. Okay, so I'm at.
You also do +1 damage.
13 total here, so.
13's not
Aw.
gonna hit, unfortunately.
Okay. Thought so.
Okay, so it has. Well, I mean, it is hit, and its roll to confirm is. That's +6. So it has rolled a 19 to confirm.
Unfortunately, does not confirm. However, you still have to roll for yourself, and Darren still
Yeah.
has to roll while I really quickly run away and make drinks. So, pre-total your shit for your hits.
Okay.
I can guarantee you.
Okay, but, he does have, he's, kind of, I have to make a different roll. Actually, no, I don't think I have to. I think he has to make an opposing roll because he's sort of grabbed.
Oh, it's the bite into grab.
That grabs!
Oh, that shit was so dumb when I had my motor wolf doing it. Just bite it. This is mine now.
So what did you
Meanwhile, I have most likely missed.
Yes, yes, you have. If you didn't roll higher than a 19, you missed.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair.
Yep. Hey, Darren, what'd you roll for your to hit?
I need to point out, he's grabbed.
We'll get there. I need to know Darren's total first.
My total is 23.
Does hit. So the ant. I need to take my medication too.
Alright, I need to roll the ant's damage as well.
Yes, roll the ant's damage and roll Darren rolls damage while I get my medication really quickly.
Okay.
Sweet.
Woo! Almost. Almost as high as you can go.
So it's 11 plus your strength plus Inspire Courage.
That's gonna be an 18.
I hear
Weird.
18 damage for the first.
Okay, and the ant has done 9 damage.
And is grabbed, correct?
Well, it is able to make a grab as a free action that does not provoke an attack of opportunity.
Yep.
So that means
Roll his CMB versus this guy's CMD. By the way, he was technically just barely past bloody before this round. He is now down to 3/4 health, so he is definitely bloody.
so this is specifically a grapple, which it actually lists in this. So this is at a +8 because of the yeah, +8
Yep.
plus because of the Inspire Courage.
Woo!
That would be a 25.
Congratulations to Ant for being the star of the performance
Holy
currently,
fucking giant ant MVP.
and grappling him, preventing. No, he can still use his standard action. The Ant's not gonna like it. He
Yep,
just
he can
drops
use a
his
standard
sword.
action to hit. I believe he has to either. I forget how grapples work.
I know how
He can
grapple
still-
works. You don't have to worry about it. He cannot use his sword when he drops it flat to pull out a dagger, and then completely misses stabbing because he rolled an 8. Even with this bonus, at a -4 is only 14.
And now he's considered flat. Now he's considered flat-footed during this, right?
Yes, for everybody. However, should anybody miss by, or roll basically miss by 5 or more, there's a chance they'll hit your ant. But does anybody care about a summoned creature? Hey, Minuet, go.
Okay. So my turn.
Yes.
I'm gonna do the stabbity.
Roll your
Actually, roll good this time.
Gonna try. Gonna fucking try.
Beat his flat-footed AC. I don't think you're considered flanking anymore, so I think you lose that +2.
No, he's still
God
flanking.
damn.
Oh, he's still flanking? Okay.
That still
Okay, so
counts as
this is-
flanking.
Okay, so this plus that's 17, and then plus the flanking, plus
the
inspire courage. So that's
You hit.
at least a 20.
You
Okay,
hit.
at least a 20. Okay.
That would be 21 if you were at 17, then in flanking and inspire courage. That's 21.
Okay.
Or no, 20. You're right.
So it's gonna be these dice. Plus 5, plus 1, plus an extra 1. Here, so I'm gonna add that in.
Ah, yes, the rogue's dice troubles.
How many D6s do I need? I believe the answer is yes.
At least he's not a
Okay, so
wizard.
that is.
I believe the answer is I am playing a game of Shadowrun at the moment.
So that's
Okay, so
12.
Okay, 12 plus. Okay, so that's 19 total?
You added
Uh,
inspire
5,
courage?
6. Yeah,
Okay,
because that's just plus 1, right?
correct.
Yeah, then that's 19 total.
Well, guess what? The combat ain't over yet. He is not looking so great, but he is still up. Hey, Darren.
He tanky, boy.
Okay.
He is
Boy.
grabbed. He just got stabbed.
Would he count as being flanked by me?
No, you do not get the flanking bonus.
Okay.
But he is flat-footed. However, if you fail by 5 or more, you have a chance of hitting the ant.
Oh no, whatever shall we do?
I mean, he kind of doesn't want to hurt the ant if at all possible, but this guy needs to at least get knocked down. So we're gonna continue our performance. That's
Roll to
nat
confirm.
20.
You guys better count your lucky stars because...
Well,
Ooh.
it doesn't confirm.
So I'm gonna use Gallant Inspiration immediate action, my spell, since I still have a second level slot.
Got it. And that means you reroll, right?
So what are you doing? Are you making an attack or something?
I am. Cast when a creature fails attack roll or skill check, gains a retroactive 2d plus 2d4 competence bonus to the roller check.
Roll your 2d4. I want to see a total here. To confirm or critical. This is interesting. Got it.
I just don't want it to be a nat 1.
I mean...
Eh.
You already hit it, so...
Yeah. All this is going to do is help
Plus
you
3.
confirm.
Okay.
What was the... I need totals.
A total is 4.
I mean, you don't confirm your critical, but you already crit, so roll your damage.
That is 14.
What? Your damage is 14?
Yeah,
Okay,
8
yeah.
plus 6.
Okay. I thought
Or,
that
sorry,
was
you had
the-
15. Because
Okay.
Inspire Courage.
Okay.
So one more.
Yeah.
Alright, got it. He is still up and conscious. He is actually starting to look a little beat up. Hey, Ixodras.
It's my turn! Alright, I get to move up a few more squares so I can use other spells other than Magic Missile.
I will point out that it is probably better to take him for this alive.
I mean,
We can deal with that when we get to that.
Look, we're not aiming to kill him. We're aiming to get him down so we can knock him the fuck out.
Oh, alright, I've moved, and now I'm going to cast Snowball.
roll your 2 hit.
It is
We're talking another ranged touch spell.
correct.
Your d20 is by me, you got it.
Let's hope I don't roll like absolute jackass. I rolled absolutely fucking terribly. What's my total?
I feel like I should have saved Gallon Inspiration for that.
I mean,
Possibly.
it's 13?
And this is a touch,
14.
just to be clear, this is a touch attack, correct?
It's a ranged touch attack, yeah. 14.
Against a creature that is grappled and denied their dex, which gives them a negative, means that actually hits.
Fuck yeah.
Look.
So that's gonna be 4d6.
Yep, denied dex means his AC right now, denied dex, would normally be a 16 plus grapple is
Three,
-4.
4,
He's at
and then I have one more Draconic Infusion Cold I can use today.
But this was also touch, so technically, yeah, his DC was fucking low.
Yeah,
It's 10.
touch is one of the only things you have going for. Or Dex is one of the only things you have going for you at touch.
14. Oh, he has to make a Fortitude save.
What's the DC?
DC is 15.
And it's a fort save, that'll be... So anybody that's watching my stream right now can obviously see I rolled a 4.
Oh no! Did
Oh,
he
no.
fail?
Oh no!
He
What
fails,
does Snowball do?
He staggered for 1 round.
and he shouts, "I give, but you will not escape." And he drops his dagger and shield. They will come for me. My brothers will come for me. Hey, Cirrus. He has seemingly surrendered, but is still issuing threats. Your turn.
I take a 5-foot step back, point a finger at him, and say, "Lights out."
Chagray!
Bonk.
Aw.
Oof.
Let's see, that's... That is a total of a 12 against touch.
Yeah, that will hit. Roll your damage.
14.
That's enough for him to go completely limp.
Whew.
You will have to stabilize him. I'm just gonna.
No,
No,
it's-
that would be
admonishing.
unconscious putting him over, not lethal damage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not-
He is
not-
unconscious.
not-
The moment that his body goes limp, his armor goes from full plate to chainmail. His
Interesting.
sword loses its sheen, looking less spectacularly shiny as it did before. but his shield remains floating around him, propping up his arm continuously.
And, so what shit is still registering as magical?
Everything is still magical. It's just the illusions he had up are gone. So his sword, his chainmail, and his shield are still registering magical.
That's funny.
It is fairly apparent that at least his shield is animated because it is propping up his arm and still protecting him, versus all magic missiles blocking 50% of them and all arrows.
What kind of shield is it?
Animated.
No, is it a kite? Is it a kite or is it a round
Buckler.
tower?
It's not a buckler, it's a regular shield, so it's just a normal plus 2 AC bonus.
Dang,
It's just
can't use that.
animated and the equivalent bonus, which is how he dealt with the gunfire from pirates.
So, Darren's not happy with this man. He's going to set his hammer aside and crack his knuckles.
Take
I'm
his
going
shit.
to begin divesting this bandit of all his belongings. I suggest you look away. I'm not going to be gentle.
Just know, we can probably get more for him if he's alive. Because they're probably going to want to not be gentle with him themselves.
You're going to be prying the plating from his ship. Unless you want to keep it, we can do that too.
I mean,
The thing is a
down-
skiff, right?
It is basically a modified houseboat with metal plating. He took a boat, the cheapest he could get. Doesn't give a shit about the engine. The engine's worthless, by the way. It's been damaged to a point where
Every
been
single
holding
ship
together
has
with duct
damaged
tape.
its engines. It's going to become our goal to beat up someone and find they have a ship without a damaged engine.
Not even a better engine than ours, just undamaged.
I mean,
So,
technically you got the
does-
skiff. It was fine from the college students.
Was.
More.
You said
Wise.
overcharge the engine in order to ram us.
Yeah.
So,
which actually an important question. Does it even still have the parking brake?
Why do you need a parking brake when your job is to
As-
kill pirates?
Yeah. So I'm saying it doesn't have an immovable rod.
Nope.
I'm pretty sure that got ripped out ages ago.
As far as you can, our guys are be able to concern that when you guys start to look over this ship to see what's actually useful, this guy ripped out the movable rod ages ago. This ship is tatters. You walk into the space where there should be a house. No, there's no floor there. It goes right down the engine room with what looks like a ladder taped to, the doorway.
Oh boy.
Goes
Oh,
down
boy.
the arcane
Man.
engine, which is still kind of steaming from the ram. This guy did not give 3 shits. He obviously has some form of engineering ability because he kept this thing running.
Let's just take the fuel and leave.
Okay, I'm going to suggest that Viv's character is
Ixaddress.
Ixaddress. Do you have spellcraft?
Believe I do, yes.
Figure out what his shit does.
Sure, I can do that.
Do you have identify?
I do not
Appraise?
appraise. I don't have appraise.
No,
right.
identify is a spell. So the reason why you have
No.
identify is because you spend an hour to basically figure out what it does. Without it, it takes a day.
Ah, well, we'll save that for later then. We'll work on that as we go.
So to be clear, you cleared him out of all his inventory. I can tell you that he has a sword that is of magical quality, an obviously animated shield because it's obviously animated, a set of
It's a-
chainmail that is magical. He has an insignia ring, which bears the marking of course, the Meridina Sky Patrol. And he has 300 gold in his person.
Does he have any magical knickknacks?
Not that you can see. However, he has, in the ship itself, past the 17 arcane crystals left, 8
Okay, then.
scrolls of sending.
And what of sending?
Sending.
Scrolls of
8
sending.
scrolls of sending.
Ah, okay.
AKA the spell that allows you to send a message of 25 words or less.
Okay,
For
so
single spells.
I'm going to assume that means he was reporting to someone.
Yep.
Not anymore.
No, not anymore.
So I forget. Was it the Haven officials that wanted him?
It wasn't anyone officials.
You know
It
what I
was-
mean.
It
I
was-
believe that
All
Sears
I'm
is...
saying is that I don't think we'll be getting the most money for him in Haven so much as in Clearport.
Oh. Okay.
All right. Well, go turn
Okay.
his ass around. Fuck him, bitch.
Now, since the battle is over, I would like to take one moment to explain to you guys what you guys just fought, and why it was stupid for you guys to fight it so early, and why
And
I'm
we did
impressed by your
anyways.
battle prowess.
Yeah, what CR was this guy?
He was a level 7th PC-built fighter
Holy shit.
with an acrobatics focus.
Okay.
Basically, he could have moved through our squares no problem and wasted our attacks of opportunity.
Yes,
And then the ant grabs him.
And well, first he got
And-
memed on by Grease, and then
yes, you guys played that significantly well. So, hey, people over in the chat land, can we get some applause? Like some actual applause? Because technically, they weren't supposed to fight that for at least a level, if not 2. And
When we decided to fight this guy, you were concerned that we were about to get TPK'd, weren't you?
I was worried about at least 2 party members dying. I thought Darren was going to be the first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
rolled-
also...
Okay damage. And he only got 2 attacks because
He just got
chose
repeatedly
not to
memed
take
on.
his third.
Okay, so I think it's safe to say that in that last turn, he got grabbed, he got stabbed, and by God did he get fucking dabbed.
Yes. So
Snowball in the
congratulations.
face.
After the session, you guys will indeed level for taking on a higher level CR than you guys should have gotten. Because this was PC build at 7th level fighter.
Okay,
He
so
should
um,
have been dancing circles around you.
I was about to say, if we didn't play that right, he would have slapped us.
If you guys
So-
did not do it the way you did, he would have slapped the shit out of you hard.
We wouldn't have shut him down from doing what he could have done.
Yes, he
Yeah.
chose not to take his third attack on Darren because he was showing off.
Oh, he did the
Oof.
dumb.
okay, so 3 rounds of focusing with detect magic. I do believe I at least learn the school used to enchant them in question.
You will, but I'm gonna go for a quick break
Yeah.
and step outside if that's okay.
Whew, what a fucking fight.
So,
Okay.
Also, all I have to say is, I blame Kingmaker for every time I use Grease.
It's such a dumb spell. I hate it, and yet I love
CC spells are stupid.
So,
Save or eat shit, nerd!
so here's the thing. We're going to want to take that half-Rex gift with us anyway, because that metal plating could be worth something or useful to us.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so an important question is, can we tow both of them, or do one of us need to pilot one of them?
You're assuming either of them are in a pilotable state.
At the moment,
Yeah.
we are at risk of pirates attacking us because they think we're a trading convoy.
So yeah, I'm thinking one of us probably ought to pilot one because I know that the skiff from the first thing, well, if it's actually still able to fly, can in theory fly.
And I think it's safe to say that this guy is going in the masterwork manacles I have.
Oh,
I'm also going to literally cocoon him in rope.
so I'm adding the 300 gold to our current available funds.
Oh.
Because, well, just chuck that in with the pile in our chest.
And don't forget to add the 6 sending scrolls.
8. I thought it was 8.
8, I thought it was... Whatever.
It was 8, yes.
I was about to say.
And I would also just like to point out that I had plenty more spells dedicated to making his life miserable.
I was gonna keep casting Snowball because it's my highest damage spell. Also, I have a chance of staggering him every fucking time I yeet one at him.
Dagger is so dumb.
And I would like to point out that one of the things I had prepared was a Ray of Sickening.
Gross.
Oh,
Gross.
oh.
Gross. So that makes every fighter who gets hit by it incredibly sad.
Yep, -2 to attack rolls, weapon damage rolls, saving throws, skill checks, and ability checks. I also had Doom prepared.
What does that even do?
It makes him
Like
shaken,
blessed,
Oh my
blessed
god.
except the inverse.
which is -2 to attack rolls, saving throws, skill checks, and ability checks.
So, unfortunately, I know for a fact animating a shield usually requires a command word, and my action economy is kind of full as it is. So
We're
even if it
probably
would be
just gonna-
nice for me,
We're probably just gonna sell the shield.
no, you don't want to do that.
Why?
How well do you think you can survive bullets?
Gotcha, fair, I guess.
Also, it can
Well,
block.
the answer to me is actually quite well.
But yeah, no, I get what Darren is going for. We don't want people to know that we have anything magical with us at the place we're going.
Oh, fair.
Why? We're going to Clearport.
No, we're going
No,
to
We're
Clearport.
going to Tortuga Bay.
Oh, we're going to Clearport. I thought we were going to Clearport.
Yeah,
Yes.
no. But I'm just saying that the pirate hunter terrorizing the place, where do you think I'm going to get the best money for him? The mostly civilized Port Royale? Or Tortuga?
Yep.
Fair. Which means Darren is probably going to have to stay behind on the ship again. At least
Yeah,
he
this
can
time we're
negotiate.
definitely
for-
going to want someone to keep our ship safe.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, we end up selling off that skeleton of a ship and we get something for the plating.
Okay, so
Of
I
course, assuming
could work
there's
on- I could
Go
work
ahead.
on removing it, and then work on engineering it into our ship.
Alright, I'm back.
okay, this is kind of a pirate's code type world, I would assume, right?
Currently, you're technically in Kahaki, so yes.
Yeah.
Olorun United does exist, and technically all the islands are part of it, and they do have overrules, but their overrules are very.
I'm just I'm more referring to among pirates. A pirate code is a kind of thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Democracy is king among pirates, and most pirates didn't choose this life. Most pirates were forced into it because they just either got kidnapped by a pirate that was like, "Hey, do you want to make more money?" or they willingly come and go.
Yeah.
Because
But basically, I'm more or less asking. We're gonna be getting a warm welcome in Clearport if we come in with a pirate hunter in chains.
you will,
or,
however,
or strung up on our mast.
does anybody in this party have a good alignment?
I
I'm
do.
neutral good.
Neutral.
Chaotic neutral.
Chaotic
Oh no, I'm
code.
chaotic neutral. Never mind.
Those that have good alignment face a very particular challenge here. Because you know bringing this man into Clearport, despite his actions, to sell him is not necessarily a good act. He will be executed and not charged, face no fair trial.
Whereas if we take him to Haven, he'll have a trial.
Bringing him to anywhere in the Kahaki Islands will guarantee his execution.
So here's the problem.
I'm not honestly facing a moral dilemma on this. As far as I'm concerned, he broke the law of the Kahaki Islands.
You're neutral
And
good?
Chaotic good.
Chaotic good, okay. And you're
I'm
neutral good.
I'm neutral good. And from Darren's standpoint, the Sky Patrol are made up of at least half of them being dangerous madmen. This being one of them. He clearly cannot be reasoned with, and even if this weren't an area full of pirates, he would probably be doing the exact same thing elsewhere to good and innocent people.
This is your choice. You can bring him to them.
He doesn't want the man executed, but we can't keep him on our ship because that's a dangerous liability. And there are already 3 idiot souls that we need to get to safety.
Yeah. I don't particularly want people to be executed, but at the same time,
also
I'm pretty sure Cirrus has brought people in that she knew would be executed. And it's more or less, look, you came to the pirate safe haven, you played stupid games, you won stupid prizes.
Also, he damaged our ship. Again.
I'm just bringing that up because it is important for you guys to understand that what you are about to do is bring a man to his guaranteed death.
Yeah, for Minuet, there's not a big moral quandary because he doesn't have that kind of concern for things aside from his own friends and family.
And we got Ichigrass, who's neutral. She don't give a fuck about life or death at all. Like, okay, people live, people die. Logs as chaos exists. What the fuck ever. Things happen. Hi.
If it were a good person doing it, or if it were a person who was doing just what they needed to survive, Cirrus would have some serious problems with it. Now, this guy has gone out of his way to be a dick in a don't be a dick zone.
It would be different if this guy seemed reasonable.
Yeah,
if he seemed like he was actually a good person, no. He's a vigilante madman.
Yeah, if he was just if he was a regular fellow bounty hunter, Cirrus would probably have beat him up, maybe have taken his shit, but let him go, and been like, don't do this dumb shit again. But no, this guy's fucking Sky Patrol.
Even if he
in the
weren't
guild
Sky Patrol,
jackasses.
just the fact that he's running around doing this, and he fucking rammed into our ship without a fucking care in the world. This man is dangerous.
To pull a ridiculous trick, no less.
And even more, we set it up to make it look like our ship was being attacked by that other ship. He comes onto our ship and tells us to surrender or we'll be killed.
Also circumstantial, just to put it out there, he came onto your ship expecting the pirates to be on deck and winning.
Okay, true. That is fair.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Also,
but he
do you
didn't
want to know
have to,
what
he didn't
rolled
have
for
to
his
ram our ship, to be fair.
Do you want to know what his acrobatics trick was?
Sure, but in all fairness, the guy didn't even fucking ask.
No,
he didn't
guy
even
very
check.
immediately assumed that a ship roaring the warning signal, while seeming to be on fire, with a ship that appeared to at a distance, by the way, at a distance only, might have been in trouble, expected their pirates to only be the ones on deck.
Why did he expect the pirates to be in the crow's nest?
He didn't. Somebody came down and hit him.
Yeah. Yeah, so we bamboozled him.
You
That's fair.
bamboozled
We
him
did.
good enough to make this a moral dilemma.
Yeah.
I'm still not terribly seeing it as moral dilemma. I mean, I can see why it would be a moral dilemma for someone like a paladin, but
Ixadrass is definitely of the play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Why are you fucking doing this in the Pirate Haven? You knew this was going to happen
If there
eventually.
wasn't such a clear disregard for basically everyone involved to the point of pirates, attack the pirates, then yeah, Darren would probably have a bit more of a moral dilemma. But again, as I keep restating, the guy is clearly a madman.
Or
yeah,
at least,
I mean,
or at least just an irrepentant jackass. And Ixadrass has had enough of those, so, you know, at this point, he's lucky she didn't just kick him off the ship and let him free fall.
I mean, if y'all happen to take a moral step in Minuet's direction, he's not going to be upset about it. So,
Minuet, we're the same. Minuet, you and I are the same alignment already.
I just need to ask because I need moral justification for what you guys are about to do very specifically.
Yeah.
Because we have a chaotic good and a neutral good in the party. Excuse me. Chaotic good is I will do what's best for everybody. Neutral good is I do the best for everybody. So chaotic good may kill the evil person that's murdering people without question, but will insist on a free trial. A neutral good person would insist on a trial. However, you guys have justified enough, except for Darren, who's going to take a mark.
I'm fine with that. Generally speaking, this comes from a standpoint of pragmatism. As much as he would like this guy to stand trial, one, he understands that even if he did get his trial, Sky Patrol would probably somehow bail him anyway, and he would just continue doing the same shit to different people, whether or not those people are good or bad. And we can't afford to keep piling on quote-unquote prisoners until it's more optimal for us.
Which is absolutely fair. It's just bear in mind that you're going to take a mark in this particular case because,
yeah,
as a neutral good person, seeing a man go to his death without a fair and equal trial is, even with your justification,
a bit
technically
much.
wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, as far as Cirrus is concerned, flying Sky Patrol colors is basically flying pirate colors. You get what's coming to you, dude.
Even if it's the quote-unquote law of the land, it's not a lawful act to throw someone to the wolves, kind of.
Yeah, in Cirrus's particular case, with his argument of being chaotic good, which means he is technically not being chaotic, which I should give him a lawful mark for this, technically. Which, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give you a lawful or a mark towards going lawful.
This is the same shit I would use for bounty. This is less than I would use for bounty hunting.
But you're honoring the law of the land, technically, and throwing them to the people that would charge him. So...
Well, the other thing is, even if we kept him with us, he would be a danger to us.
He would.
Yeah.
I'm still giving you guys the marks, though, because...
I know. I know. I'm over justifying at this point.
Yep. Your
right,
justification was taken in consideration, which is why you're not dropping, like, quicker. And you're only getting 1 out of 15 marks.
Oh, that's how many required? Yeah.
Yes, because there's variations. If they could not justify why they were bringing somebody to Clearport knowing that they were going to die, and their justification was, I hate this man, it was going to be like 10 or 20 marks, and it wouldn't be pretty.
Yeah.
But that's 15 marks to change alignment by 1 step.
Yeah.
Alright, away we go then.
Yes, roll your piloting. I want to see if you can
Okay.
make it to Clearport in 1 day.
Important question. Are we towing both ships, and is that a reasonable thing to do, or do... like-
Further important question. Is the other ship still intact?
I mean, the skiff is heavily damaged. It's kind of floating. It took a lot of damage between the last two. You guys could cut it loose and possibly, drop something heavy on it. It might sink.
Oof.
Ugh.
But,
Well,
the
got,
other
like,
ship, though, is
not
actually technically undamaged, even though it's fucking awful.
Oh yeah,
But-
it's totally awful. It's not even worth really keeping. You got one ship with 9 HP left now. The skiff has only 9 HP left.
Oof.
Like, Darren really wants to be able to bring this skiff back, even if it's super damaged.
Do I have any crates left?
You could cannibalize the guy's ship.
Actually, I was intending on, removing his plating. So,
Yeah, you can remove the plating and cannibalize it. It would take you all the way to port, casting mending over and over again.
It's fine, we can take turns.
But no, do we have any crates left? That's an important question.
You have a couple, but not enough to fix this thing.
Okay.
yeah, so...
You will have
I'm-
to fully cannibalize the other ship to be able to fix the wood on the skiff.
I'm
you guys
down
can take the
for
metal
having-
plating off. You can have some repair parts for your arcane engine if it ever gets damaged, but that's it.
Yeah. Well, actually, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Was,
Actually, yeah.
his garbage arcane engine, I could scrap for the stuff for like repairing ours if need be.
And his ship is possibly even worse of a ship than the ship the college frat boys jacked, right?
His ship was 100% put together and scrapped to hit high speeds and ram hard.
So yeah, it's basically, without its metal plating, it is actually raw materials.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So yeah, me and Cirrus will,
Cannibalize the ship to repair the pirate skiff.
Cool. You guys will gain very specifically enough arcane engine parts to repair your engine once and only once in
Okay.
1/4 of the parts to plate your ship with armor, with the caveat of you have half of a rammer's blade.
Oh, rammer's blade. Okay.
Question.
Yes.
When we got rammed this time, did we get rammed on the same side we got rammed on last time?
No.
Oh,
Okay,
thank
so it's-
God.
You guys got
Okay, so-
rammed on the left side, so that was technically the prisoner's side. Which, by the way, when you check on them, one of them's crying, one of them definitely pissed themselves, and the other one is just looking like he's done with the situation entirely. And he's just like, guys, the moment somebody walks in, he just goes, I will seriously give you 30 gold just to let me out of here because he smells like piss and he's crying and I hate these two now.
Why did we let them keep their gold?
I have gold back at home.
Oh, well then,
I didn't
which
get
of you
kicked
knows
out of college like
prestidigitation?
this moron
I do.
kicks the other guy.
Ix, can you fix that, please?
What, the making it smell like piss, make it not smell like piss?
As in cleaning it up because
yeah,
dusty?
I can
I
do
mean,
that.
Y'all
Press
are gonna
it-
have to do that
Prestidigitate
anyways.
to clean.
Yeah.
Because, it Mary's pin. I will be upset if it's all messed up after all this.
Well,
I'm cleaning.
I'm just-
I'm literally prestidigitating it clean right now.
I'm
Pew,
just glad
pew,
that Alvin,
pew.
Simon, and Theodore are alright.
Pew, pew, pew.
And the guy literally goes, I will spend time with whatever fucking weird ass ghost you have that keeps on coming in here. Please get me away from these two.
Darren crouches down, By the way, he's still, like, kind of bleeding a bit. He's not a pretty sight right now. If you try to escape, I will make you regret it.
I swear by the gods, the only reason why I did this shit is because he offered me free boots and I got really, really stoned and agreed like a moron. I am never doing drugs again. Please let me out of this.
Okay, yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I could say sense motive, but at this point, Darren's like, okay, fine.
It sounds really, really fucking sincere.
So done. He's just like, please, man, please, don't do drugs, kids.
I'm still turning all of you over to your parents when we arrive in Courtburg.
He goes, that's fine. My parents might give you money for me. I don't give a damn. Just get me away from Mr. Piss Pants.
Okay. By the way,
Clean up their cots.
how damaged are you, Kai?
Very. I'm at 6 HP out of 27.
Okay, let's see.
If he
One-
would
I
have
have more
taken his
health than
third
you.
attack, he would have fucked you.
Okay, well, first off, there's the first channel energy of 11.
I just wanted to point out I have more HP than the bard.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
I'm a
healed 11,
sorcerer.
Kai. Second channel energy of 10, so you've healed 21. How much do you have to go?
I think he's.
I'm at full.
he's-
Okay.
So
And no one
question,
else actually managed to take damage during that encounter.
correct. Question, Kai. What the fuck is your con modifier?
+1.
Oh, that explains a little bit more.
Oh. Well, yeah, I've got a +2, so shit.
I've got a +3.
I've only got
The
+1.
sorcerer took it.
I just have scales.
Look, Era,
Buff.
you know, no, we are going to be family friendly. I'm not going to go there.
You were mature. Fuck that. I've been cursing and I've had a few alcoholic beverages before game, and then maybe during game. My
Oh, yeah, 'cause nobody saw that
username is
coming.
Drunk Dragon
Yeah.
Error, for the love of God. If people haven't figured that shit out by now.
Look, Era, you know I like to take it.
Yeah, you do, bitch.
Okay, so moving on.
Degenerates all around
Gonna
me.
kill me.
Yeah, but just to clarify to everyone, I've got a 4 dex modifier, a buckler, I think I'm wearing a chain shirt or something, and 2 natural armor.
You have yourself an actual tank.
Yeah, clerics with the damn shield.
Meanwhile, the sorcerer goes, "Hey, look, mage armor. I've got 18 AC. What you gonna do about it, bitch?"
And I go Shield of Faith, now I've got 23 AC.
I mean, we're literally staging you, Ixodras, to be, a Magus. You can now officially go back to Sean for more training. By the way, you have Scrolls of Sending now. Guess what you can use that for?
Asking Sean or the druid guy about the seeds, or something else.
Any of that.
I also have
also-
5
Sean
energy
is a
resistance
Magus.
to cold electricity. and fire.
Everyone's talking at the same
Sorry,
time.
sorry.
Sean is a Magus. I'm just gonna put that
Yeah.
out there. You officially have the ability to take Magus levels.
I'm aware. I'm tempted, but also sorcerer levels.
I mean, that is your choice. Let's go ahead and move on with the rest of tonight, though, because you guys captured a 7th level fighter PC build that you guys should not have been able to defeat, but did only because
He's also
you guys...
cocooned and in Masterwork Manacles. This was discussed while you were cocooned
Yeah.
in rope. This
We
was discussed while
basically,
you were AFK.
we did to him the same we did to the Frostborn Abomination. He's literally a rope mummy,
Oh,
and he's manacled.
I absolutely figured that you guys were going to go there. That's why I didn't bother asking.
Yeah.
It's gonna be one of our signature things. It's just rope mummying people.
Ixodras,
Argonet over the top of him.
roll me a professional sailing.
You mean piloting, sir?
Yes, go ahead and pilot away, my good friend.
I think that's the right dice. Well,
Oh, my roommate's
that's a
home.
problem. That's only a 12.
your DC minimum is 10 for clear
Oh,
skies.
that's right.
Um,
Fair enough.
By the way, you're in the Cock Islands. Do you know what's really great for this area with the palm trees and prettiness all the time?
Calm, clear skies.
Bingo! That's why the pirates are here. Question, dock security level. Low, minimum, or low, medium, or high, if I can English.
Okay, well,
Clearport, there even is those?
yeah, we're in Clearport. Aren't the dock security levels low, lower, and lowest?
No.
Wow.
They are, we don't give a damn. We'll pretend to give a damn, but if we get paid off, we'll ignore it. Or, no, we actually do give a damn. And, we'll
considering-
honor the pirate code to the T. Are you hiring
Considering.
commoner thieves? Are you hiring people that are pretty much bums but might be able to be paid off? Or are you hiring other pirates to, you know,
Considering
shit.
our cargo, let's go high.
Yeah, let's go with other pirates.
I was gonna say, how much does high cost?
3 gold. per
That's
day.
fine. We're only gonna be here for a day.
So go ahead and do your docking. I'm really quickly going to go and say hi to my roommate and shut my doors so that we don't have noise violation. I will be right back.
Okay, so if we're staying here for a day, I think it would behoove us to
Strip the plates.
well, that and to let me prepare some social spells for tomorrow.
Ah.
And we're leveling up after the session, yeah?
Right,
So-
right.
Yeah. Which is going to be shortly because it's 11:30.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah, I figure. I mean, I was just saying that I think I gain access to 3rd level spells next level.
I am back, and my roommate got me chocolate, so I'm happy.
Welcome back.
Aw.
Okay, so what we were discussing is that since we've, what we're probably going to do is we're probably going to spend the night, if only so I can have social spells prepared for getting this guy sold.
Sounds reasonable.
That makes absolute sense. What I need to know specifically, though, is how you're going to stage selling this man.
We'll have to figure that out next time.
Probably a good idea, because technically, hey, cargo to bed.
Yeah, it's
you're-
11:30.
Yeah.
Alright, now we go look and remind myself what sorcerer hit dice is, which I think is 6.
I believe it's 6, yeah.
But did you
Oh
guys
yeah,
enjoy?
while the table's open, I should do that.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your hit points while you guys are here.
Well, I got exactly half, so that's 6.
Okay, and where is my D8?
Yeah, alright, that's right. We're
That's a
5th level. Oh, we
D12.
get a feat!
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Guess
that's
who's
right.
burned? If you
I-
can't take one this
Oh, here
time.
it is.
So, 4 is within the range of my half, so I guess, again, that's 5.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm
Well,
going to
I'm-
bed, but I guess this means I can get improved buckler defense and up my fucking AC.
Yes, you can. Express
I
doesn't get a
get-
feat because hers is already burned.
Yeah. But I get no more saves. I barely get any skills. I do get resist energy.
Let's go ahead and close out, at least on my side for tonight. So, hey, YouTube land, I hope you guys enjoyed. Happy Pride Month for those that are, I'm sorry it's late. I mean, technically Minnesota's Pride Parade is happening on the 17th, so it's where
That's
I live.
a little late, but okay.
They didn't have a choice because they're holding off during the pandemic.
Oh.
And then had to schedule it. It's a bunch of bullshit. Fuck the government. Yay, Pride.
This session has been dubbed Luring Madmen to Charge into Our Doom.
Okay.
So it has been. So you all over in YouTube land, happy Pride, belated. Drink more water, get more sleep, take care of yourselves, drink responsibly because I'm done pretending like I don't drink during this. And y'all has a fucking good night. Goodbye.